Should have started. Did you get that? Did you get Yeah, hey, I'm leaving that in the video, bro. I'm leaving that
in. Well, I know I need to send you.
Hey, where's my camera? Hey, Pete, yep. Hey, Pete. As soon as we said that, he said, put me on game.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go, Tom. Bending over in front of the camera. See that?
Whoa.
See that? I'm just saying. As soon as the intro is done,
but when I do it, it's a problem.
No, when you do it,
it's a problem.
Nah. Welcome back.
Trying to get us some sponsors, man.
Hey, that's like I told y'all it's gonna be a packed show, and our fourth gets to walk in here right now. But welcome back to Gumball Sports Machine, the show where we love, we laugh, we hug, we cry, we smile. Most importantly, we are positive. And our final guest pulled up. See, hey, he pulled up in Rockets jersey. He pulled up in his jersey. Huh? Yeah, I'm about to go upstairs and grab me a jersey. What up, boy? Appreciate you, bro. Huh? See, there you go. My team ain't just trade Jimmy Butler. So, wait. Huh? That's why I don't want him anyway.
You wouldn't want Jimmy?
Huh?
Yeah, I'll pull up the group chat right now. He just raving about it.
Let's see, there you go, bro.
Ravens. We're not talking about the Ravens.
You see? Nah, ain't nobody talking about. Oh no, I forgot he a Ravens fan.
I just want to say it took me trials and tribulations to get here, man. But we here. So, while I'm here, why not in my mood and talk about the Ravens?
So you ain't come out the house for that.
Exactly. Rockets, you're on, man. My Segun. You know what I'm saying? Like he finally back. We actually Houston. We've been in a rough patch. 4 games losing straight. It looking too good.
You know, here's the thing. Especially about that. I think now that the trade deadline is over, I think everybody's gonna be playing better. Because now you know, okay, you can't get traded. The only way you get off the team is if you get cut.
It's not over.
It's not over. We got 49 minutes.
I'm talking about the game. See, there y'all go.
I think more importantly, the All-Star break. Like Houston's banged up. They're playing through injuries, playing through knick-knack injuries.
Yeah.
That week off is gonna give them the rejuvenation they need.
Those gonna be huge,
especially for us. Like Jalen Green, he's played just about every game this year, and you can tell he's hobbled. So that week off, he's gonna be back up and running. Segun, he's gonna be playing in the All-Star break, but he'll still get that.
Jalen Green gonna turn into last year Jalen Green post All-Star break.
Go get that break. He's gonna turn up another notch for sure.
Well, first of all, I told you we had a packed show. I told you we doing a special trade deadline. The trade deadline is about 48 minutes. I think that's how you do math. 48 minutes. And so we've already had a couple trades, but we got it on the TV. The biggest trade of the day, or the biggest trade of the last 24 hours. Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. Obviously, you know, he wanted to go to Phoenix, right? He wanted to come to Phoenix. Didn't happen. Bradley Beal's getting paid $50 million over the next 3 years. Nobody wants to do that.
Bradley Beal runs the NBA.
Bro, honestly, and I put it in my notes last night. All of this is Bradley Beal, or no, the Wizards' fault. The Wizards go out and they give this man $50 million a year and then have the audacity to give him a no-trade clause. The audacity. Bradley Beal, he had one good year.
His agent putting up big numbers.
What?
But the Wizards are known for this.
Numbers.
The Wizards are known for this, though. Remember what they did with Gilbert? Like Gilbert, right after he had his run, they gave him $111 million, and then he got hurt right after. So
Man,
he never got to play that contract. So they basically did the same thing. They're like, Bradley, you know what I'm saying? You average 30-something points per game for us.
and give him money.
Just give him money and go. You know what I'm saying? So they hooked him up.
But Phoenix had to make an offer for him, though, right?
That's also true.
So you could blame the Wizards, but you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm blaming the Wizards. Because I'm putting all my blame on the Wizards.
First stage is denial.
It's like
There's a reason why she's alone at the bus stop, bro. Leave her there.
Oh
She
my
got a
God.
Louis bag and she loaded the bus
And you
stop.
already
Leave her.
I mean,
that was my thing. Y'all already got a Bradley Bill.
yeah.
You got
Two of them.
Like one the Gumball version and one the actual, version that you want.
Right.
Because Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. And here's the thing. This deal would have been done weeks ago if Bradley Beal wasn't a part of the conversation. Jimmy Butler would have been a Phoenix Sun weeks ago. As soon as he said, I want to go to Phoenix, the deal would have been done if Bradley Beal was not a part of the conversation.
See, I think you're missing the big point. It's not Bradley Beal, it's the Suns. The Suns don't have assets to give for Jimmy Butler. The only person y'all can give reasonably is Bradley Beal. And that's really not reasonable because you got Jimmy Butler who's taking teams to finals and you got Bradley Beal just eating up 50 salary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He ain't really been nowhere past the second round.
No. That's a great point. That's a great point. And
I'm with him on this one, man. Like this is Suns. Like the Suns, like seeing we got Booker, we got KD. Let's go add another one of those dudes. It's just like, I mean, I get it. At the time you had CP3, you had Ayton, but you knew to give Bradley Beal somebody. One of them pieces were going to
remove.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Why didn't they give I know they started giving Dunn minutes, but they should have started giving all them guys minutes so that they could be more valuable to actually trade for Jimmy.
Well, I mean, at the same time, you also want to win games. So if you're giving guys like Ryan Dunn, like he's been good. He's been really good. And also has been okay. Also Guitar, he's been okay. But like if you're giving these guys minutes, that also means you may not be winning games. Like that's the
gamble.
Squad.
It's the gamble. Now you
I mean, they're not winning anyway.
I hate to be that person, but I look at the Celtics 12-man rotation, consistent 11-man rotation. Like Jason Tatum only averaging 28, 29 minutes a game.
That's true.
In reality, they got dudes, Sam Hausers, these guys that G leaguers in reality, they got them playing like actual 6-7 man like in rotations, you know what I'm saying? So I just think another thing, culture, that all matters.
It's big. It's big. Speaking of culture, there's one team that pride themselves on culture that hasn't that culture no longer. The Miami Heat traded Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors.
All eyes on low.
And we have their one of their number one fans.
Their mascot.
Ooh, that's a dig.
I wasn't trying to go there. That's crazy. I'm just saying he supports the Miami Heat. I was just saying you were supportive of the team. Like
it's the Celtics thing. It's
I was gonna say, he been around since the Celtics played their first game in the NBA.
That's what he's called.
Listen.
So hold on, first reaction to the trade.
I mean, I think it's a fair package considering it's a star that didn't want to be there, right? I mean, would I have liked to get Kuminga? I was talking about it earlier. Yeah. I mean, I think Kuminga has a lot of potential, but Wiggins, love Wiggins, good 3-and-D. He'll fit, I think, nicely next to Hero, and he's shooting pretty well from deep this year. And then we got a first-round pick out of it. So we also got PJ Tucker, set him off for Davion Mitchell, nice defensive-minded guard too. But I mean, he didn't want to play here. I mean, and he wasn't willing to sign an extension essentially anywhere up until he obviously got dealt and then signed. So I think we got a good return for him.
So where does that put Miami?
I don't know. We're kind of in this dead zone of we're not competing, but we're not in a first round, high lottery pick either. We're kind of just in the middle, which is kind of where we were with Jimmy. But come playoff time, Jimmy then propelled us into competing, and we don't have that anymore. So I think we're kind of sitting around 6 to 8 dead zone until we eventually pick up another piece.
I'll go to you, Ernie. Where does this put the Warriors?
I'm not gonna lie, it moves the Warriors. Just getting Jimmy, moving Wiggins. Wiggins wasn't looking like the Wiggins that he was in the championship run.
No.
From before. He just wasn't. So hopefully in Miami, knowing the Miami structure, he's gonna have a lot more with the Warriors. You can never count them out, man. It's every time we say, "Oh yeah, they're done. Warriors are done." Oh man, they got Jimmy. It's not a surprise, but at the same time, it's just. I think it works out for both teams.
I feel like once the play now, I don't think they're contenders whatsoever. I don't think this puts them in title contention. I still think there's 6-7 teams that are better than the Warriors right now.
Just the West specifically, or
in the West specifically. I think there's 6-7 teams. I talked about the Clippers the other day. I really like the Clippers. But you have Houston, you have OKC, you have Denver. Like, you have a bunch of teams in front of them. I think the Lakers and the Mavericks are both better than them at this point in time. And so I don't know with the Warriors, like this, what's the goal with this trade? Because yes, you have Steph, right? And then you add Jimmy Butler. What is the goal? Like, obviously you want to go win a championship. What's the realistic goal?
Well, I think you just, at this point for the Warriors, you're just trying to scavenge whatever you can do. You know, I think you've really blown it at this point. Losing Jordan Poole, just making just not really very smart decisions time and time again. For example, they could have had Levine and Vucevic if they were just willing to give up Podziemski. And, you know, I'm not the biggest Pods fan. I really don't see what they see in him. Hopefully one day I will. But, you know, plenty of times you could have got Lauri Markkanen. You could have got young, perennial, up-and-coming all-stars, and you decided not to. So it's kind of like you're kind of contradicting yourself when you hear Draymond say, oh, we don't want to mortgage our future for, you know, the present. Whereas you've done that already. You know, you already did that by punching Jordan Poole in the face. By that guy was literally supposed to be the guy. Like, he's supposed to be
after Steph got old.
Steph was supposed to hand the keys over to him. It was supposed to be seamless, which is why you let Clay walk. But it also doesn't make sense why you let Clay walk. You know, you're giving Jimmy Butler this money, but not Clay, and Clay didn't want nearly the amount. So it's just kind of like I don't know I'm with you on that one. Like, I don't know what's really the end goal, but I honestly think they're just trying to just make Steph as happy as he can on his way out. I think Steph wants another ring. Like, there's no doubt about it. He wants to compete, but I think the Warriors are just going to do just enough to keep him happy. And it's unfortunate.
It is.
I agree.
It is because, I mean, how much do you really think you're going to – like, that's my biggest thing. I mean, you give up these assets, right? You give up Andrew Wiggins. You give up first-round pick. You give up all these assets for Jimmy Butler, who – DeAndre, that was another good pickup.
Crazy.
Yeah, DeAndre Hunter to the Cavs. That's another really good pickup. But you give up these assets to go get a 36-year-old, injury-prone, and could cause problems in the locker room. You give up all these stuff for a guy like this. What is honestly the goal? Like, what is the plan?
I don't think there is one if you're in the mind of Golden State. I think they were just looking for a star that's on the same sort of timeline as Steph is right now. I think by the end of the contract, they're either going to be gone or, you know, almost retirement at this point. So I think the whole point of this Jimmy trade was to match the timeline of Steph. And by the time that both of them are done, you know, contracts are off the book. Draymond will probably be gone by that point, and they will have to start over. But I just don't think that they have the guys to start over now since trading Jordan Poole. I feel like that was their guy that they were going to hand it over to, and they sent him to Washington for an aging Chris Paul who played one season and then left. So they're trying to build both present and future, but they're sabotaging the future by giving away their number one piece for that future. So I don't know. It's hard. I don't know where Golden State goes from here. I think you're better off trading them both, just resetting.
I agree. Honestly, and I mean, so where does this put them in the West? The Golden State. I mean, I guess I told you. I think there's 6 or 7 teams that are better than them right now in the West. I mean, where are they at?
Before one of the 6 teams better.
We could list them.
Yeah,
the Thunder for sure, Houston for sure, Dallas for sure, Memphis. You can debate
Denver.
You can debate.
Denver, the Lakers,
The Clippers.
Lakers.
Are we putting Spurs in that combo?
Minnesota?
Not yet.
Ox and
Is it
Wemby?
Minnesota?
Minnesota's debated.
Nah,
Golden
Minnesota.
State, they've been struggling this year. And
They have. Steph has been struggling.
the main thing is the offense. They have no offensive flow, and the defense. Like the defense is
See, but the thing
not
is,
there.
come playoff time, what version of Jimmy and Steph are we getting?
Exactly.
I think that's the key contributor.
Because we've seen Steph absolutely shrink in the playoffs. We've seen it before.
We've seen him also rise to the occasion. We talk about the 2022 run.
Exactly.
We've seen Jimmy do it.
Yep.
Shrink 2022 first round versus Milwaukee, but we've seen him 2023, one of the best playoff runs we've ever seen.
I've never seen, yeah, for sure.
So, what version are we getting in Golden State? I think that's what it comes down to.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, not just basketball, I guess physically either. The mentality. Jimmy tends to bring a little bit of an aggressive mentality, and I've already seen the memes of Jimmy and Draymond
going at it in the locker room.
Post practice love fest, and I can only imagine the other thing is for on court though, it's gonna be interesting for me because I've seen both Draymond and Jimmy both defer a lot. I mean, that's pretty much Draymond's natural game. Jimmy's as well, but Jimmy's also much better at scoring. Mm-hmm. How that's gonna work in the playoffs? Like people are questioning whether Luka and LeBron can work because they're both ball dominant, but they're both scorers, and I feel like they both playmakers, creators. They'll figure out how to play making great for one another. Was Draymond and Jimmy? Jimmy's known as the scorer, but some games he's only scoring 15 points. In the playoffs, you normally need the top tier guys to score 20, 25.
Right.
And so it's going to be interesting to see how, if they're both starting, how that functions. But I don't think they move at all in the West, honestly. They might make the play-in if somebody, to me, what they lost is depth. And that's what they really need with these aging guys. You need to be able to take something off of those guys, give it to the young guys so they can build and then strengthen your lineup for the playoffs when you have older teams. I don't know what they're going to do. I probably would have traded Draymond and then tried to hit the reset. More like what LA is doing. It's like you half hit a reset button because you got Luka now, but you still got old ass Braun. But I feel like Steph would have been able to play with the younger guys. I feel like they got rid of Clay already. You get rid of Dre and you go get a bunch of young guys, and then you let Steph have fun. But I don't know what they're gonna do.
For one, Draymond, as soon as you trade Draymond, he's no longer valuable. Like he won't be nearly as valuable as he is in Golden State. Just like Ben Wallace. Like Ben Wallace on Detroit, he was menace. And then as soon as you trade him, he's non-existent.
You think Steph will be as valuable if Draymond's gone? I think that's the reason why Draymond's still there. It's Steph's no longer as valuable. Like mentally, that's his guy. Like they've been there for, you know what I'm saying? That
it's also hard to know because they haven't played without each other.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we've seen Steph play in the USA basketball without Draymond, and it wasn't the same. Like, it's that dude is at first. Yeah, 2.5 games.
Yeah, Steph's a high IQ player. I think he adapts to. I think his problem is that he can't play with ball dominant guards and forwards.
He needs to have the basketball.
But Jimmy only needs the basketball at certain times. Like one thing about Jimmy, he gets his buckets within offense until it's time to go get it. So that takes pressure off Steph. So that works out. But in my personal opinion, I don't think this trade really helped either team. I mean, like Largo said, Jimmy didn't want to be there, so you kind of had to get what you had to get. But at the same time, you got Wiggins, PJ Tucker, and Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson and Andrew Wiggins are good pieces, but it's going to keep you right where you're at. It's a lateral move, and then also for Golden State, you lose your depth for a guy who in a regular season only gonna give you 17 a game.
Right.
And I think, and people discredit the regular season a little too much. I get when you get to the playoffs, it turns up, but that's the thing. In the West, you gotta get there.
You have to get there.
You gotta get there. So that's the first job. So the Golden State, you're gonna have to turn it up right now. Like after this All-Star break, they're gonna have to go on a huge run to prove a lot of people wrong because I'm with you guys. I don't see them moving that high, and also Miami, I don't really see them moving that high either.
No, I think like you guys mentioned, this trade is very, very standstill to
Yeah.
the point where both teams are gonna stay still. Like wherever they like where they're at right now, I can't see them moving up or down. Like this doesn't make either team too much better. Um, and it's tough to say though because of the potential we've seen Jimmy Butler, because of what he's been able to do throughout his career, like Steph, what he's been able to do throughout his career, especially in the playoffs. And so seeing two guys like that could explode for 40, but then who's going to come along with you? Right? You have Kaminga, right? Who's had been on and off.
He's shaky.
You have Pods, who again I'm with Kyson. I'm not a very big fan of him.
Either.
I don't know what he does for you. I don't know what he brings. It's not like he's an elite defender or a knockdown shooter, or I don't know exactly what he does for that Golden State Warriors team. Who are you going to bring along with you? You brought your second option previously. You traded him away, Andrew Wiggins, so you don't have him anymore. Draymond's not going to get you 30. Draymond's got to stay on the court, whether he's injured or not getting suspended. So,
Buddy.
like,
Buddy Hield is it's like the
Buddy
2.5.
pick it up. Yeah. Like what he was doing to start the year.
I also don't know if that's going to work well with Jimmy. Like Jimmy gonna see him playing bad. He gonna say something to him, and Buddy gonna.
Yeah, Buddy has bad habits, man.
Yeah, he does.
He has terrible habits, especially on D. Like he gets lost, and you don't want that on the court. I mean, he's good for his good three pointers a game, but you don't want that on the court.
It's got to be a confidence thing because in Oklahoma he was killing.
Yeah.
He was getting 40 balls with nothing. Killing in
It's different, man. That NBA is a different beast, man.
It is absolutely, but it's just you see him like he has potential. He can be one of the best shooting guards out.
I also think his role. You often see him do those 30s and 40s when he's the main guy. When he's the B, when the ace is injured or something like that, you go, damn, look at what he held.
Yep.
But when he's the B behind and he has to watch somebody else shoot 15 shots before he can get his 3 or 4 off, it's like the rhythm thing doesn't work for him. He's a different caliber shooter.
It's like at this point, I think the Warriors' best role player is Gary Payton. And what is that going to get you?
Exactly. And now Gary Payton is because he plays his role. He does what he's supposed to. He plays defense. He goes and he guards the best perimeter player. He goes and gets rebounds. Like he does what he's supposed to do. Buddy Hield, I don't think knows what he's supposed to do. To Tony's point, like he'll have nights where he'll be like, oh my god, especially when Steph is not playing. He did it a few times this year already. Earlier in the year, when Steph is not playing, he goes off for 28 and just makes four threes in a row to completely flip the game. And I'm like, yo, where has this dude been at the past 3 years? Last year in Philly, they traded for him in the middle of the season and barely got any playing time. That's like Buddy Hield has to be more consistent, and we're gonna have to see because these other guys are gonna have to step up for Golden State, and it's gonna be an awkward conversation next year if they're in the same position, Golden State. So,
but they won the only team in Cali to make a trade.
No, they were not.
No, they were not.
The Lakers made a trade last night. When I saw this, I was like, "There's no way they made the perfect trade."
They did.
Perfect.
And if you ask any Laker fan, it's not the center that they wanted, but I'm sure that they will realize that it's a center that is just as good.
Just as good. Like he's 23. He is a lob threat. He blocks shots. He does everything that you need to do to be a Luka/LeBron type big.
He's mean.
He's mean. He does he is the perfect big for these two. And they went out and got him for what? Dalton Connect in a second round pick?
I think it hurt even up Connect because he was shooting 36 for 3, but
yeah.
He was causing a lot of frustration with JJ.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
One thing about
when you're a rookie, and I understand it's very it's very nerve-wracking being out there, but dude, you're in the organization where you have to be on point. You cannot just just gonna be like, I'm gonna enjoy my rookie season here. No, dude.
It ain't an organization for rookies.
It's
No,
not.
No, it is
No.
Which is
No,
why
it's
it
not.
wasn't no problem for them to trade him at all.
I also think those shots are now going to Luka anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Didn't really
So,
matter. Yeah.
I prefer him to go to Luka anyways.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like coaching, like JJ knew he's like, I don't need this kid anymore. You know what I'm saying? Those 7-8 shots are going. They're going to Luka.
They're going right to Luka. That's crazy.
They're trying to get really defensive heavy around Luka Brown now. I mean, Vanderbilt came back.
LA to
Oh
Charlotte.
man, those looking good.
Man. Hey, he's gonna get his 7-8 shots up there though.
Yeah.
I probably guarantee
Yeah,
you
but
see that.
I'm going to LA beaches, the women, whatever. To Charlotte.
Yeah, I know. Oh my
Hey.
God.
LaMelo, though. He's got somebody to build chemistry with, and potentially, I don't know about
Speaking of LaMelo, you know who had a
Boston.
chance to get LaMelo once upon a time? The Warriors. I just wanted to bring it
Warriors.
They did.
up. But
They were
did.
calling.
drafted him.
James, what was it?
They
James,
drafted
James
him.
Wiseman.
James Wiseman.
Fans reported they were calling about everybody, including LaMelo.
Yeah.
Bro, you could have drafted.
You could have drafted him. Yeah.
Imagine, like they had the number one. First of all, they had the number one pick, and this was what 2019?
They had-
Was it 2020?
Was it number one? I thought they were number
It was two.
two.
Oh no!
Because
that was
Ant went number one,
Minnesota
right?
James LaMelo went 3. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. LaMelo went 3. And first of all, how are you? You win 3 championships in the span of 5 years, and then 2 years later you get the number 2 overall pick.
That's crazy.
Why did they give
Steph
up
was hurt that
Wiseman
year.
though? I never
He's so
understood
good.
that either.
Because the
You
Warriors
got
can't
to work
develop,
for them.
man.
You
Like,
got
that's
that's what
bro.
it is to me. It's
Can't
because
develop.
you look at Poole,
Mhm.
you look at the struggling to develop Kuminga right now, and like, well, maybe it's not just the Warriors. Maybe it's Steve Kerr because Mark Jackson did a hell of a job with Steph
Oh
Curry.
my goodness!
Steph Curry came in
I
the
think Steve
league.
Kerr's
So this is gonna
overrated,
be the
man.
best
He-
shooting backcourt in the league.
Yeah,
Steve Kerr gets too much credit, I think.
You think
Yeah.
so?
You think so?
I do. I
I
feel like
do.
the same thing. I believe with USA Olympic basketball. Not just that Jason Tatum deserved more time,
They tuned
but
him
there
out.
was to me
They
the
tuned him.
team wasn't. I'm like they should be smacking these teams. Like
Yeah,
how
they
the-
trying to run fucking. Excuse my language, but they trying to run the Warriors offense.
Yeah,
really.
and it was times when Steph didn't even need to be in the game. I'm like,
saying that the free throw line.
yo, let
Steve was a
LeBron
different
be
game.
the point
He-
guard. Let the 6'9" person who averages a lot of dimes, let him run the one. Get Steph out of here. Let's watch Steph miss 4 shots in a row and get 2 turnovers.
Thing
Come
is,
back next game.
it's like how do you not win a championship when you have Steph and KD though? Like
But that 22
that
championship,
2022,
That's a
I
big
think
one.
it is.
and that was tough because they did play the
See,
Celtics.
so they keep doing
How
it.
much-
They keep
how much
doing
you
it.
put on-
Nah,
how much you-
I didn't think you gotta lose. Not every Mike didn't.
talking about
Mike didn't have to, but you got to lose one to get that experience to
Exactly.
understand
Yeah.
what it
Big bro.
takes to get
You
over
just
the
lose.
hump.
You see, I don't believe that because I lost 2021. I ain't been back since now.
Well, you see,
Hey.
part of it is the
You know what
organization.
I'm saying?
That's the organization's job, though, to get Devin Booker back to that spot,
the thing,
and then
like-
he understands now. Okay, it takes a little bit more, but I feel like they haven't done their due
And
diligence.
to
yet.
like to swing it back like to the original conversation about the Lakers, the Suns, like they're not the Lakers. They can't just get rid of the young players
It's annoying.
for a big star. The
Yeah.
Lakers, that's they bag. The Suns are having you guys 6-7 years locked in and loaded, building, like they did with Steve Nash and the old squads.
Murray and
Like they should have kept McHale. They should have kept Cam.
That was the first mistake.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
shoulda
the
kept those
mistake.
guys,
But-
man.
That was the mistake.
so but here's the thing. Here's the thing. You mentioned we went to the 21 finals.
Yes.
That we peaked. We were not going to win a championship with that team.
Y'all should have
we
went
beat-
back the
that's
following year.
Now,
Y'all almost
Yeah.
went back the next year.
Yeah, you
almost
guys-
went next
y'all
year.
blew it.
You guys
But-
should
those
have went back the
those
next
players-
year.
if you would have continued to develop those players, they would have gotten better,
Mhm.
and so they would have been more
That
prepared.
Dallas Maverick series was y'all's to lose, and
Yeah,
y'all
it was.
lost it.
And y'all lost it.
It was.
Y'all had no
Luka and
reason to
Jalen
get blown
Brunson.
out by 30 at home.
Look at Cam and look at
There you
Mikal.
go, guys. They could have left it at 30.
Really like
You could have left it.
Like, that's
But
it.
look at-
No, bro.
like 80, bro.
I was being
After
generous.
Luka
I was
dropped-
being
After
generous.
Luka dropped Cam on the
30 in the
floor with
first
that
half.
pick,
Ooh, wee.
I said, yeah, let me turn.
But look
this
at that.
off.
Look at that game.
I was being generous.
Let's go ahead and let them have it, man.
What? Hey,
Might as well.
Do you
But
think
like
they're
that-
too far from what they would be if they were still in Phoenix right now?
I don't think they'd have a championship.
But in
I
2022,
don't-
do you think that squad goes out and beats Boston in 2022? You think they beat Golden State and then beat Boston?
I think they'll beat Golden State.
I think getting Kevin Durant was a publicity thing. Was a let's get a start here.
Hit a
type of thing.
turn the
And-
Let's turn
turnstiles.
it up.
I mean, it could be. It was. I think it was that, and we just got a new owner, Matt Ishbia.
Yeah,
24 hours after he was not even 24 hours after he was named the Suns' new owner, he goes on trade for Kevin Durant.
yeah. He wanted to make a splash for sure.
Oh yeah,
But
And-
it hasn't worked out.
And
No.
it won't.
But
And
if
it
you
won't.
don't know the game, then those type of moves, you know what I'm saying?
no, but
Like,
that's the thing. He
That's what you
played.
do.
He played college basketball at Michigan State.
that doesn't mean you know
It's a
the
di- it's a
game.
different-
That doesn't mean you in tune with
College,
Suns basketball.
college
Yeah.
is college is different from the NBA.
I really,
And then it doesn't mean you actually know the system, like how long players actually their rookie contract is. You know what I'm saying? You got to know
Yeah.
all of these different things, and then players' worth. Like if you has he been watching the game enough? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the owner. It doesn't seem like he is, knowing that he gave up Mikal and Cam for KD, and KD just hooping. I can feel like KD came out here for the weed.
For real though.
That first time special deal.
Oh, The problem is, and it's going to work the same way with the Dallas trade. If you trade for a big star like that and you don't win in the first 2 years, it's a fail.
But the thing about the Lakers, this is what they do.
Absolutely.
This is literally what they do.
That's
They're
exactly
going
what
to
they
win a
do.
championship.
So what
Look,
you just
it's-
said?
it's fate.
Oh yeah,
You just said
swap them out. Swap them out.
this is
Go
what-
come
But, like-
out like I won't play if the Hornets take me. Like what type of
It's the same thing with Dallas. If they don't win either this year or next year, it's going to go down as the worst trade in NBA history.
What about the Lakers?
It
They can.
they
can
already got a
afford
ring.
they,
This is the
Lakers
crazy
are
part.
LeBron
they got
already
their
got one.
superstar for the next 10 years.
Yeah, they can afford a one season loss. Oh, Luka got 10 years.
The Dallas
I
thing
think-
is more of like, I don't think you win at all. Even if you win a championship, it won't be enough.
Yeah,
It just won't be enough. You traded Luka. Them fans will say
25.
it's gonna get.
And
It's
he's
gonna
a-
take years to get over that.
But it's like
insane.
that's why the AD trade was
Unless you get Cooper Flag.
They got
Hey, you get Cooper Day, man.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna take a generational talent.
I think the diehard Mavericks fans will appreciate it if they win another championship, but the kids won't. And like
the
to
ones
me,
that grew up watching Luka.
yeah, but that's the separation in fandom. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids, they're more of like the all-star game fanatics, and I'm sure we're gonna get into that, but like that's what they want to see. Whereas, you know, as you get older, you appreciate the game more, the building of a team, that continuity amongst your team. Kind of like what we're speaking to with the Phoenix Suns. You want to see them build, but these young kids, they don't care about that. They want to see Luka go for 59 points. You know what I'm saying? They want to. That's what they care about.
And basically, there was a small percentage of fans that didn't like Luka.
Oh yeah.
Like this, there's
Oh,
always
yeah.
gonna be those fans.
I
That
was worried a little bit, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I hate
It's-
Luka, boy.
I think that's the same thing with like any fan base. So
Exactly. There's gonna be that small
yeah.
percentage.
I think that's the way it is with the Suns right now. Like if the Suns were to go out and trade Booker right now to the
Rockets?
Suns fan base would to the Rockets.
We got 18 minutes left.
See, there you go, bro. He ain't got no business in Houston. He ain't got no
Man, y'all
business.
top 5 in the West,
He
man.
ain't got no-
You just want more, man.
That's more. I think we could all agree that KD is the Suns' best player. But if they were
Yeah.
to go out and trade KD, I don't think there would be as much of an uproar as if they were to go out and trade.
Bro, that
Book.
was
In fact, I'd celebrate.
KD's
I-
not the
I
baby.
celebrate.
Booker's been the baby.
Exactly,
And
and
when
that's
Luka
how
came
I
to
feel
the
it is
league,
in Dallas.
That's like
But
homegrown.
same thing here in Phoenix. Like if they were to trade Booker, Suns fans would go absolutely ballistic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they're
that's
right.
Oh,
They'd
yeah.
be-
It depends on the package you get back.
But also,
I don't
see,
know.
that's why I
I
disagree.
was gonna say
I
because
don't think
that's why I
so.
if you
disagree.
look at the situations, they're kind of similar. Like Devin Booker's not. it doesn't seem the same way. But there's been players who have honestly been run out of Phoenix. They don't seem disgruntled, but they've been run out of Phoenix. And it's the same thing. Look at Brunson. You look at Tim Hardaway Jr. You look at a bunch of
who been run out of Phoenix.
The Cam, Mikal,
They weren't run out of
Ayton.
Phoenix. They saw an opportunity to go get KD.
Ayton was 100% ran out of Phoenix.
Well, actually, should have been.
I don't know. To me, you figure out a way to work with that. I'm about to say, like, when you look at DeAndre Ayton, when you look at the pieces that Phoenix has let go, if they had all of those pieces with Devin Booker, that's a solid playoff team.
Right.
Then you get one veteran. I don't know how. Like you figure out to get one veteran. I feel like that's a finals run. It don't got to be KD though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's just KD was not the answer to a ring.
Not giving up all of those jewels. Giving up all the jewels.
We knew that from the beginning. Like, we knew that KD wasn't going to be the answer to a ring. You can't buy rings. Not in today's NBA.
But you got to turn the turnstiles too, man.
I think that first year was their best year.
What finals run?
No, with KD.
Oh, with KD. And
second round exit, right? That was against Denver. I think that was their best chance to, if they were going to win something, that was the year.
I think so too.
What made it crazy is Chris Paul, KD, and Book played 8 games together
in the regular season. Guess how many they lost?
1, right? 0?
In the regular season. Went 8-0.
Went 8-0, and then we decided to trade CP.
CP3 is a ceiling riser for sure.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that you guys continuously made bad moves to worsen the situation.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I'm looking straight in the camera. He is not wrong.
Getting CP3 was the best thing the Suns did, easily.
Yeah.
It's almost the best thing every team did. If you look at OKC, now you look at Spurs.
Literally turned Shea up. You turned Harden up. You turned Book up. Like,
yeah. Chris Paul is like one of those dudes. Like,
it's sad that he can't get over the hump, though.
It is. And he got DeAndre Jordan all NBA first team that 1 year.
What?
Lob City, boy.
Lob City.
Yeah. And it was 78% field goal percentage, like something like that. 80%.
We can say 80. You can say 80%.
Everything was a dunk. Everything was a dunk.
I'll tell you what though. So to update people, it's about 15 minutes left until the trade deadline. There was one other trade, and then we'll talk about some other teams. Kyle Kuzma was traded to Milwaukee.
I hate this trade so much.
I'm glad to hear that.
I hate
Kyle
it.
Kuzma was traded to the Bucks for Chris Middleton, and there was some other pieces involved. But you don't care about those other pieces. There's the 2 pieces, Kyle Kuzma and Chris Middleton, that were for each other. So, David, you tell me you hate this move. Why you hate this move?
What does it do for Milwaukee? I think it's the same way with that Golden State trade that we were talking about earlier. It's a lateral move. Mm-hmm. I understand Chris Middleton hasn't played to the Chris Middleton standards that everyone has seen, especially from that 2021 run. But Kuzma's shooting percentages, I don't care about the numbers, just percentages, horrible. If you look at his splits, it's terrible. So you put him next to Dame and Giannis. I understand it may get a little bit better, but defensively, he's about the same. He's not guarding. I don't think he could guard a tree.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Mm-mm.
And I don't trust him as a primary ball handler either. So what does he do for you?
I'm with you on that. I think it's one of those standstill trades. I mean, I think Washington gets better.
Yeah, having a veteran presence with their rookies.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I think Washington gets better. Milwaukee, I mean, Jesse, we all know Jesse. He's a Bucks fan. He's, we got Kuzma. I'll take Kuzma over that ball head buck tooth for the win.
That sounds like something Jesse was saying.
He did say that. He did say that.
Yeah. And I'm like, this does nothing for the Bucks.
It does nothing.
Chris Middleton can do everything Kyle Kuzma can, some of which he can do even better. The only thing that Kyle Kuzma has on Chris Middleton is athleticism. That's it.
He's younger, and he has a higher ceiling than Chris Middleton does, and that's only because he's younger.
See, the thing is that Kuzma has better numbers, but that's because he's playing in Washington. Who else is there?
Jordan Poole, but Jordan Poole, we know about Jordan Poole.
Yeah, Jordan Poole has been playing nice. Don't
He also
discredit
has
Poole.
much smaller window of injury. Like Chris Middleton is just known to be injured all the time, and so he's been injured a little bit this season. But
one thing I'll put in is that Kyle Kuzma is from Michigan, so he's down the street from the crib. I think that's going to play a factor. He's going to be close to home. He's going to be around good players. He's going to realize he's going to have to play better. Giannis is going to hold him to a complete different standard.
Absolutely.
I think, and one thing they said is that Giannis approved of this trade. So Giannis wanted to go get Kyle Kuzma. So I think Kyle knowing that, Giannis want me bet, I'm going to tee up. I think this is going to motivate him. And he's also replacing Chris Middleton. So I think Kyle knows that he's going to have to step up and fulfill that role. But I want to swing it to Giannis. Like, Giannis traded Drew and Chris. And I'm saying Giannis because Giannis approved of those trades.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Like, does he grow tired of people? Does he not, like, was he not seeing something? Like, with the Drew Holiday situation, I feel like they were asking too much of him. You know, Drew Holiday is a 3-and-D. Can get you 20 a game, but 25 a game, no, it's not his bag. And then with Chris Middleton, you're asking him to be your basically Drew Holiday replacement, be your lockdown defender. That's not his role. No. He's a midi specialist, post game specialist, late games, give me the ball.
Yeah.
But when you go get Dame for those situations, Dame's the late game closer. He kind of defeats the purpose of having Middleton, and Middleton is not going to be that defensive prowess you need. So, to piggyback off what you're saying, it's kind of like almost a lateral move because Chris Middleton and Kyle Kuzma are basically. I would say Middleton's a little better. I agree with Kuzma.
When he's healthy, yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly. When he's healthy and he's productive, I think he's better than Kuzma. So, I think this is kind of like a move the Bucks are doing just in the same thing that the Warriors are doing for Steph. Keep Giannis happy.
Yeah.
If Giannis want him, go get him.
Yep.
You know, that's why they brought the Nassus back. That's why they're doing everything to keep this man happy because I think we all getting the vibe that one wrong move by the Bucks, Giannis is gone.
Yeah, he's asking about it.
Yeah. At some point, though, like how far does Giannis tolerate being happy over trying to win another ring?
I think he's done. I know he wants to win another ring, but if you look at the situation with his brother and then them wanting to bring him back, it's all about Giannis really being happy. Like, because if it was about the system that they were running in the organization, they damn sure wouldn't have got rid of Drew. Like, maybe Chris because of the injuries. Like,
Chris 1,000,000%. He should have been.
But yeah, I thought he would have been traded before Drew. Yeah. But Drew is one of the top perimeter defenders who can still put the ball in the hole. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't run him out of the building, and it just like you said, to me, it's the same situation with Golden State. We got to keep these dudes happy, or else they're gonna leave us, and then we're really gonna be stuck with nothing.
Really.
And okay, so where does this put Milwaukee? Obviously, you have Cleveland, you have Boston.
I still think they're third. Yeah.
They picked up Jericho Sims from the Knicks, so
that was a really good pickup.
That's a good pickup for them.
That's right.
But Kuzma just has to knock down shots, get back to his offensive groove.
But I think it's really what D'Lo said though is this gonna motivate Kuzma in a different light? Because we've seen Kuzma go off in spurts and be consistent. And so what Kyson's saying, like he's at the crib, I didn't know that. He's at the crib. Sometimes you get a little more comfortable when you're at the crib. You got your family there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And then if like he's saying that Giannis wanted him there, that's a motivational factor as well. And so if Kuzma can be consistent, the Bucks might mess around and make a run.
They might. I mean, they have a lot of potential. I mean, obviously you have Giannis as the top 5 player in the world.
They got to stay healthy.
Now, can you say that about all teams? Yes. But
the thing is, though, Giannis has been hurt past 2 playoff runs.
Yes, he has.
First round, second round.
Giannis, Chris, and Dame did not play a game together.
It's endurance injuries. It's from playing 36 minutes a game, averaging this, that, and the third during the regular season. So I think hopefully Kyle Kuzma can take pressure off Giannis.
I think that's what they're gonna have to do. That's what he's gonna have to do because when Dame is off, Giannis is never really off. But if Giannis is having an off game, Kyle Kuzma has to be the one to step up. There should be 3-minute highlight reels of this man airball. I'm gonna keep it a beat. Like if you want this out of the championship team, there shouldn't be 3-minute reels of Kyle Kuzma airballing. So Kyle Kuzma is gonna have to step up. They're gonna have to step up. That's another interesting trade, though. I'm kind of with. I think it puts them 4. I like the Knicks a little bit more than I like the Bucks in the East.
I forgot about New York.
Yeah,
They got more depth.
Exactly, just because of how deep they are. Aside from that, I'm not putting them no lower than 4. I think Milwaukee. You put them up against any team in the East, I think they have a chance.
I think the East is just Wonderland for the Celtics.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see no.
I think outside of the
any
top
team.
2.
Really,
I don't see any. I'm not even Cleveland, man. I really don't see Cleveland.
Really,
in the playoffs.
I was gonna say now y'all gassing tone up, man.
Really.
I'm not worried about Cleveland.
You gotta think Jason Tatum was a rookie in the conference finals against Bron.
And took
I
it to
think
7.
he's figured it out. I think he's cracked it. The Eastern Conference is his to like lose for the rest of his
I think
career.
his only competition was Jimmy.
Literally.
The only team that beat Boston was Jimmy.
No, Milwaukee beat him.
Milwaukee also did beat him.
Milwaukee beat him
Once.
to get into the finals and then won the finals after
If
that.
Giannis can stay healthy,
Yeah.
Giannis is the only threat. I don't think
Giannis is now the only threat.
Donovan Mitchell is not.
He's just not.
He's not a playoff performer. I mean,
He's
he
just
does his thing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But he's blown 3-1 leads. He's, he just hasn't
We're
been.
not scared of Giannis either, man. We got a big out for that guy.
All right.
Yeah, who?
Big
Hey, Big Al about half your age, dude.
But one trade, I don't think.
That's crazy to say.
Yeah, my fault.
No, that's wild. That's wild to say.
Half my age.
But I think one trade.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I don't know if we talked about it real quick. Go over the De'Aaron trade.
Yes, yeah. Let's go over that.
So on the last time I was on here, I wanted him to come to Houston, and then literally probably like an hour later, he goes to San Antonio.
Yep.
And then he has 24 and 13.
Immediately.
That's franchise record for assists.
In debut?
I think in the debut, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Mars hasn't put that pod out yet, but it was shot pre that one.
Oh yeah.
And I picked. I said, "Yo, if De'Aaron Fox goes to San Antonio,
it's gonna get scary."
Yeah,
match made in heaven.
It is. And of course, how do you go from Tony Parker and Tim Duncan to Kawhi, and him by himself is a problem, and then you go to the Kawhi from De'Aaron Fox and Wemby. San Antonio is just made. I mean, the Suns are never going to win a championship.
I'm convinced. Don't forget Stephen Castle. That boy Castle was nice.
Too. Yeah.
How
he was the reason
the Kings got him.
That was crazy.
6'5" perimeter defender.
Kings got rid of him without getting Castle in return. I think that's the biggest fleece we need to talk about.
The biggest fleece is the Bulls getting rid of Caruso, Levine, and DeRozan. You know what they got back? Herter, Giddey, Kevin Herter, Josh Giddey, and their own
pigback.
Their own pigback that they traded for DeRozan.
I ain't never heard of a get back in that.
So you didn't get an additional pick. Wait, hold on. Breaking news.
We were just talking about, the Memphis Grizzlies are trading Marcus Smart and a 2025 first-round pick to the Wizards.
Wow.
Yeah, and the Clippers.
That's because they got that rookie. That rookie's a problem.
The Clippers are trading Kevin Porter Jr. to Milwaukee.
Ooh. Kevin Porter in Milwaukee.
That's scary.
That's if they give him minutes of it.
Especially
we just talking about the Bucks.
First round
so this one is Marcus Smart in the 2025 first to the Washington Wizards and a multi-team trade that sends 2 second-round picks to Memphis. What is Memphis doing?
I don't know.
They got the rookie.
Create another trade in the next
right there.
Yeah,
I think it is.
I told you they got
So
that
wait,
rookie.
so my
They
assumption,
keeping
I
him.
think
He's not going anywhere.
I think Memphis buys out Schroeder in Utah.
He just got traded to Detroit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Schroeder got traded to Detroit.
See, yeah, we gotta get on point.
Yeah, this is Shams is breaking some more news here. I think it's probably that Kevin Porter stuff, or that Kevin Porter trade to Milwaukee.
2 minutes left.
Yeah, Detroit got Schroeder. Did we talk about the Clippers trading Terrence Mann and
Yeah,
Bones
I popped up.
And it's just,
Bogdan?
also just confirmed KD will not be traded
before the
before the
deadline.
deadline.
He shouldn't be.
Real quick, real quick. I just
the best trade that Phoenix has made is getting rid of Nurkic.
honestly,
For Cody Martin?
yeah, for Cody Martin,
Sir.
which is not
Toxic
bad. Which
Nurkic
is not
is
bad
out of
pickup.
Phoenix. That's
Which
right.
is not a bad pickup because
That's
he's a
right.
wing. He can play defense and he can shoot the ball. Right? It's a veteran version of Ryan Dunn. But getting rid of Nurkic, now we have to give up a first-round pick, which kills me.
Yeah, you have to get rid of a first round pick to
get rid of a
offload
player.
him.
Exactly.
I never understand why
That's
they
wicked.
like. You gotta have better people in the back in front office
Like, because
you took him out of the lineup, so he appreciated depreciated his value, and then to get rid of him, you got to put more on the
You sure it
plate.
was a first?
Yeah, it was a first.
It was a first round.
So it was a 26 first, and then we got a 26 second back.
Luka went for a first. I just want to
Right.
One first.
one
first.
singular.
One first round. Do you know how many first round picks
2029 at
Gobert
that.
went for?
Went for 4. Hey,
2029,
McHale went
that
for
next
what?
year.
5?
No,
Down the way.
that's like
But it's all because of the
McHale
value
went for what? 5?
and when you like. I don't know why they waited this long to let him go.
There we go.
But-
Yeah.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Like, why you wait until the trade deadline when you know you wanted to get rid of him for the past 2 months?
But that's the thing. They've been trying to get rid of him. Who wants Nurkic? You have to pay him 17 mil this
Ain't
year.
no way.
18
Ain't
mil
no
next
way
year.
that's the only deal.
I promise that's the only deal. I promise you, Tony, that is the only deal.
I thought that they were going to swap him for Valanciunas.
I called that a month ago.
They tried to do that. I thought they ended him.
I thought that's what they were going to do.
Valanciunas
And then he
making
went
too
to
much
Sacramento. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's making like
You making too much money.
but he would do the same. He does the same thing. Him and Nurkic are the same basketball player.
Nah.
They are.
Valanciunas,
Valanciunas
I've
better.
seen about 20
Val-
boards multiple
Valanciunas-
times.
Valanciunas is
How many times
way
Nurkic had
better.
20 rebounds?
Actually,
Houston Nurkic had a 30 rebound game last year.
I'm saying
Nurkic,
multiple
I've
times.
seen Nurkic have a 19 and 20 game, and it
Broken
was
clock is right
ugliest-
twice a day.
19 and 20 game I ever seen in my life.
Which I agree. I
It's
agree.
ugly. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But with
Bad
Valanciunas,
basketball.
but he does what he would bring to the Suns. No, he wouldn't bring anything to the
See,
Suns.
but the difference between Nurk and Valanciunas is Valanciunas kind of got a 3 ball on him.
He did.
So wait, so
Gives you some spacing.
Terrence Mann to the Hawks for Bogdanovich.
The shooting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more shooting and spacing for the
That's
Clippers.
not a Terrence Mann was one of their guys, right?
He was a
Or am I-
defender, but he
Honestly,
inconsistent.
that Clipper team is
Yeah.
so stacked with
That
guys.
Clippers team is
It
so
wouldn't-
deep.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been.
They want more shooting.
They got rid of K Porter too. That tells you the depth. That
Oh yeah,
just tells you.
he was kind of getting phased out though.
Yeah.
So that's if Milwaukee gives him minutes, he's gonna be valuable.
They got to.
Oh, they got
it.
Yeah, I don't. Who else
Also-
they got? Andre Jackson.
Andre Jackson.
They got
And wing?
Connington,
Connaughton obviously picked Kuzma. They just picked
Kuzma,
they got
Portis,
They got
Yeah,
Jericho
Bobby
Sims.
Portis.
Yeah, I'm surprised Portis
Jericho
didn't
Sims now.
get let
Yeah,
go.
you
A
gonna
lot
have
of
to pay
teams was
KP.
looking for
Yeah.
Portis.
Absolutely.
Not
Surprised
that it
Portis
matters
didn't
too
get
much because he tore his Achilles, but James Wiseman is going to Toronto.
Oh,
Oh,
did not
BI.
know that. BI. That's right.
Brandon Ingram to
Ingram.
Toronto.
Man, that's my favorite trade.
If I'm Zion, I'm sick, man.
See,
Like,
BI
yeah, nobody.
trade is
He,
crazy.
he's
See, I
too
don't-
easy eating. He don't
I don't know. I think that
Zion's
Fox trade
definitely
is
gone.
better,
No
but
doubt about it.
Yeah, I think that's
Fox
that.
trade was-
But looking at the depth that Toronto has and knowing the teams that they've already beat this season, I'm like, man. To me, it was weird them getting rid of Davion Mitchell, but
I'm just
man,
confused on the direction of Toronto. Where are they trying to go?
Now
all I
listen.
know
now
is
the
they
core of
stacked right
Ingram,
now.
Barnes, and RJ Barrett. Is that enough to get you?
See,
like,
the thing
a
about
playoff
the
spot?
Raptors, they have mastered the art of competing, but not necessarily
Winning.
tanking. They gonna lose.
Yeah.
They gonna lose the game, but the game go be close.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's facts.
They can kind of build that Raptor culture again that they kind of had with Lamar and Kyle. You know,
I
they
agree.
got Van Vliet out there, so
I
they
don't
can
see
build
Bi
that.
playing
Yeah.
this year. I don't see him coming back this year. He might sit out the rest of the year.
Who?
Brandon Ingram.
He might,
got
If I'm the
he's got an ankle
Raptors,
issue.
I'm letting him take the break.
Yeah, I
Letting
would.
him rest up, take care of that injury.
I wouldn't play
Don't
this
even worry
shit.
about it. Dude, we got next
not
season.
bad.
Nothing to play for at all.
Okay, real quick. This is off topic, but so it was confirmed Kevin Durant will not be traded by the Suns.
Mhm.
I'm going to go on a little rant because now, Ernie, obviously you're a Suns fan, so please step in at any point. in time.
So wait, before you go, just answer this real quick. Who are you? Did you want Kevin Durant on the team? Yes or no?
At first, like when yes, I did.
But at
I
this
did
point
not
in
want to
time,
give him a game.
I'm saying right now.
No, like right now.
today,
Right now.
do you want Kevin Durant on
No.
the team?
No,
And here's why.
I agree.
Here's why. You're not going to win anything with him.
Nope.
The most valuable he will be right now in his career. He's the most valuable he will be for the rest of his career right now. So if you're going to trade something for him, get something for him right now because this offseason he's eligible for an extension. And if you bring him back, what is the next step? You're not going to go win a championship. There's Oklahoma City, there's Houston, there's Memphis. All these teams are getting better each and every year. Where are you going as a franchise? In my opinion, get rid of KD. Send him to Golden State, Miami, wherever you want to send him. But you make sure you get 3 first-round picks back. I don't give a damn about whatever player you get. Get 3 first-round picks back because you have to trade one for this big idiot, Houston Nuggets. You have to trade one of the 3 you got back from Utah.
Mhm.
Right? You have to get rid of one. Trade Kevin Durant right now. As much as I wished they'd be able to get off Beal. He can't get off Beal because one, he has no trade clause. And so he would have to go to a team in which he'd want to go to in order for him to get traded. That's number 1. 2, nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. You're paying a 32-year-old, broken down, decent basketball player $50 million a year for the next 2 years. Who wants that? Who wants that?
The thing is the reason why a lot of teams don't want him is because the 2026 free agent class is loaded with talent.
Ridiculous.
Loaded with talent.
And so now, thankfully, he will be a free agent that year. I just don't understand what the Suns are doing because, like I said, this is not working. We lose back to back. Here's the most frustrating thing. We play the best game of the year. Our best game of the year against Golden State. Blow them out by 30. Shoot 50% from the 3. Shoot lights out. Defense was on point. Best game of the year. You go to Portland, one of the worst teams in the association. Lose back-to-back games.
They've been rolling though.
They've been rolling. They are awful. They're not a good basketball team.
They're rolling.
They were. I don't think they won 6 out of the last 7.
9 out of the last 10.
Paper.
This is 9 out of the last 10.
I was just saying they got some talent though.
But if you are a championship team, you beat that team twice.
Who's the championship team?
Exactly. Trade Kevin Durant. Exactly.
You put them in a room they ain't never even been in.
I think that's the problem with the Suns, the expectation.
And that's what comes with Kevin Durant.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
What you mean it shouldn't? Kevin Durant is one of the greatest players.
We just said this.
A chip automatically.
Yes.
How many chip runs has Kevin Durant made?
4.
How many chip runs has Bron made?
Knew when y'all got Kevin Durant, it was not a ring move.
Is the Lakers an automatic chip move right now?
That's just keep these tickets sold out move.
Thank you.
That's what we all knew that.
So
that's why you got to think that the Phoenix Suns have a new arena, right?
Hold on, pause. Mikal Bridges was averaging 22 a game before y'all traded him. Booker was out for a minute, and it was just Mikal.
Mikal was hooping.
And Mikal was doing this thing.
Johnson.
like he was in Brooklyn when he got traded.
Yep.
Mikal could have been, but Mikal at this point on the Suns is second option, no doubt about it. Him and Book.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just all you have to do is keep a center and a point guard around those 2 players.
Right.
You should have Cam Johnson. He's interchangeable in my opinion, but Mikal, that's a guy you keep. He won't ever be Kevin Durant. I get it. He won't ever be Kevin Durant, but he'll be Mikal goddamn Bridges. Yeah. And he's gonna be averaging 25 a game.
Who said it earlier? System and culture.
Not Miles
System
Turner.
and culture. Was it you that said that earlier? Did you, Carson? System and culture.
Yes.
That's
coaching, all that.
I said it to him a bunch of times. I feel like sometimes the community bleeds onto certain teams. And the Phoenix Suns, like I grew up in Phoenix. I loved Kevin Johnson, but now I live here and now I get a different sense. Like I know why Boston we bleed green, like
Y'all live
because
that.
we live it. And like you watch the energy that Marcus Smart had, even the small period of time while Isaiah Thomas was a Celtic. Like you can see it's something that they wear it on themselves.
Heat culture.
When I watch certain players come here to Phoenix, I'm like, these niggas look comfortable.
Exactly.
So-
Now, but that was after 2021. That was after the KD trade because they came here and said, "Oh, all I got to do is get the ball to Booker and KD."
So, Maul, let me ask you: if they are a second round exit this year, I feel like they could win at least a playoff series this year.
Who
The Suns. I feel like they can win at least one.
Brother, you better than me, boy.
I feel like they can win one. If they're a second round exit,
yeah, I don't.
What are the Suns right now? Where are they?
We're 10.
11.
You don't think they can?
That's a
we're
Here's what talking about Golden State.
You don't think they
We're
can
10.
win
We're
a
gonna
playing
say
game and
10.
just
It's
sit 7
Yeah, it's 10.
No,
and then beat
10, right,
Houston
Tom?
first
They're
round?
tied with Sacramento.
Now,
You don't think they could do that?
no.
Yo,
Now, I will say,
y'all all tied.
I will say, now that Kyson is here,
no, but hold on. My thing is that we seen this last year against the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves didn't have a great offense. They just hustled and played D. The Suns, that's the Suns' kryptonite. The Suns would have had a 7-game series against the Lakers because they match up literally perfect against the Lakers.
Yep.
When you're going against fast, running, all in your face defensive teams, they wear on you. And we've seen time and time again in that series, they lost all 4 games due to the fact that they had no legs in the fourth quarter. Suns had no legs. They could not keep up with them young guys. So I don't think they beat Houston or Memphis in this 7-game series.
No. Although
just due to the fact of youth. Like they'll just run them out the gym, literally.
That's a really good point. Now, although, and I'll tell you right now, I think Houston is a tad bit overrated.
I see. Now, hold on.
I think they're a tad bit overrated.
It was so crazy is that I seen that last night, right? So I'm gonna spoil it. We did do a pod. Is it out yet?
Yeah, the one with you's out. Yeah.
It is out. Before I got on the pod, I didn't see that part. I seen that last night. Oh, yo, what? Is he serious? So, okay. I'm with you when you're right, because we are a tad bit overrated due to the fact that won a 4-game losing streak. We looking rough. However, I think we are 1,000,000% outperforming our season, which is great.
Yeah.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we can get a first round at least. No doubt about it.
That's what we
Depends on who you play.
It depends on who you play.
The
Because if you play the Lakers or the Mavericks.
First of all, hold on. Let's just put something out there. The Lakers are 5th seed now, 29-19. I don't see them going no further than 5th. Let's just start there.
The thing with me is,
I think they can only drop, which means you guys will have to play.
Now, if the Rockets are 4th and the Lakers are 5th, I'll agree with you. But if the Rockets have we have an easy schedule. It's smooth sailing from here. Unless we completely collapse, which I don't see. Unless we completely collapse, I'm confident we get the 2nd and 3rd seed.
the thing with me and the Rockets is that it's kind of similar to the Cavs in a way, where they have a great collective unit, but they don't have that it guy.
Don't get that guy yet. Yeah. I agree. Sengun's in there though.
Sengun is absolutely getting there.
I like Sengun. I think he's top 5 in terms of centers.
Do you think he needs
in terms of centers?
Wait, do you think he needs a veteran star just to kind of show him the ropes?
He just needs a veteran on that bench.
He needs a veteran big.
Well, we just traded for Cody Zeller.
I like Cody Zeller.
I feel like he's kind of got that already, though.
Steven Adams, the business aspect, which Sengun needs to understand the business side of this.
And you got Steven Adams for that. I think
I feel like Steve Adams is good, but Steve Adams to me, he doesn't seem like a communicator.
He doesn't.
Someone like an Al Horford.
See, there you go, bro. See, there you
No,
go.
because to me,
Ain't nobody else in the league take
No.
Al Horford is 30 like 40 years old, and so
Al Horford is a former All-Star,
yeah,
All-NBA.
he played for
So I
Atlanta
think what
Hawks.
Tone's trying to get at the defense. I think
That's exactly what I'm going
that's
to.
what he's trying to
He
get
could-
at. He's trying to Segun.
He got to be able to lead.
That's the leap he needs to take. The defense. His offense is amazing. He averages 21, 10, and 5. That's in his sleep. We've been lost without him. Like literally, he played last game, but you can still tell he's not all the way 100%. But he has to take that leap defensively. I think for the Rockets, what's holding us back is Jalen Green, man.
Yeah.
Like I love Jalen Green. I've been, you know me, I've been super hard on him.
Yep.
But when he's high, I'm on him. When he's low, I'm on him.
Pause.
So yeah, pause. But the thing about it is that
Should help him go out, man.
he's not consistent. The dude can a month. He was player of the month, player of the week, a couple weeks ago, and then literally the next game, 10, 12 points, 4 of 14 shooting,
I
4
think
of
I
15
got-
shooting.
What's his name? Amin?
I'm in Thompson.
Yeah, that's
That's the guy I think we need to build around. I think he's our second best player, easily.
I also really like Cam Whitmore. He's tough too.
they got a part of even Jabari. What's his name?
I don't like
Jabari
Jabari
Smith.
Smith.
You don't like
I
him?
don't like Jabari Smith.
Ooh, I like Jabari.
Jabari Smith, yeah.
I think he's too inconsistent too.
I do think he's inconsistent, but I think he can build.
But what
Stuff.
we're not asking for him to
you don't
do too
gotta-
much.
You don't got to be
You know what I'm
Sengun. He's
But
got to come in and
I
do
think
a little
another
bit.
thing
while
also
he
holding us back is consistent point guard play. You know, Fred VanVleet is a good
Fred.
point guard, but De'Aaron would have been. Man, I think De'Aaron would have took us to the next level. Honestly,
I think so
But-
too.
we're 100% overperforming. I'm with y'all on that, but we got smooth sailing here. I think we finished 4th, lowest, maybe 5th. If we see the Lakers, if we see Denver, like I said, it's gonna be tough. But if we can get those bottom feeders in the first round and build confidence, I like our chances in the second round.
Are bottom feeders really bottom feeders in the West?
In the
Phoenix?
West,
Phoenix?
no.
So,
you're gonna
We got
you're gonna
Suns.
get Phoenix.
We're
You're
beating
gonna
the
get-
Suns in a 7-game series.
I agree.
Sorry.
All right, relax.
You don't think so?
No.
See, I'm
Nah,
not
I'm
counting. I'm not
Yeah,
counting
I'm
out
not counting
Kevin
out.
Durant and Devin Booker.
I'm counting them out.
Can I ask-
What do you want me to count?
last
Can I ask a
What do
quick
you want me to count
question?
to? I'll count to 100. They're done.
I want to ask.
What
a quick
did they do
question.
against last year against a young, fast defensive team?
Because I feel like we're
Just like Houston.
assessing this
No
off
offense.
We're looking
pre today.
Let's
We're assessing this off of pre
All right, so let's say the
today.
playoff starts today.
Like Sacramento is different. They're a different
Yeah,
team.
Sacramento's gonna
Did you
drop.
not see what the Magic did to him last night?
The Sacramento.
Next him over.
Sacramento had 7 games.
one.
They
That's
had everybody.
that's
Zach
one.
LaVine.
They had Zach LaVine played, DeRozan
That's
played, Monk
one
played,
game. You're gonna
Beating
get
the
cohesion.
Clippers in a 7-game series.
Yeah, they have. But one game is one game. Sometimes you.
have been building since the dang.
Okay, so what? Okay, so what about
since
San,
Jonathan Isaac got drafted? That's when they've been building.
what about San Antonio? They came in and won the first game.
To me-
The Frogs had 11.
We're talking about.
Hey,
you're talking
we're
about
we're
teams
not gonna
that's
act
consistent.
like Franz Wagner and Paulo. That duo isn't nice in Orlando.
But they've been struggling.
And then there's a big
Injuries.
there's two big components to that, right?
Injuries.
Who the hell did Sacramento lose?
That was De'Aaron Fox.
guy.
Who the hell did San Antonio get?
De'Aaron Fox.
Okay, so the actual ball handler, the person who's controlling the quarterback of
Yeah,
each team, is now changed. So I think that speaks
That's
highly
good.
to why one team
I think
lost
teams
and
dropped.
the other
Yeah.
No,
team
this is
won.
Hell yeah,
this
they
is the
dropped.
crazy thing about the Fox thing. It's like you go from Sacramento and you go to a great system that
Yeah.
knows how to build true point guards.
And that's the other part of it. Is
It's like-
that's the thing that I think y'all are
Kings
missing.
had
with y'all, 'cause y'all have a great
and
team.
Fox.
But y'all
Imagine-
are obviously
and-
missing
And you know who had a chance to draft Halliburton? I just want to throw it out there. They were orange and purple. You know what they took? Jalen fucking Smith. Excuse my language. Jalen Smith. They took him over Tyrese Halliburton.
You know we
Suns
could've
can't
drafted
draft.
Luka.
Suns
Luka.
can't.
You know
Suns
we
can't draft
can't
anything.
We can't draft.
Booker was pure
Yeah,
luck.
we could have had Luka. You know we got.
Booker was
you know
pure
we
luck.
chose Arizona native.
Oh, yeah. Let's go with the guy that grew up in Gilbert.
It's all James
I'm telling you,
Jones.
I said it last time. If they didn't draft Ayton, they would have drafted Bagley. I guarantee you.
I'm not surprised. I
No,
would not be
I-
surprised.
You know
Bagley's
how I
an
know-
AZ too.
No, you
Yeah.
know how
Oh,
I
yeah.
know they wouldn't have because the conversation was Luka or 8. That was the non.
They want to go get Luka.
They went and got Luka's coach. They paid him $18 million to come coach for the Phoenix Suns, and then they fired him 7 games into the season.
This is because he didn't want to be there. He's like, I ain't get my guy.
You can't say he didn't want to be here.
I'm talking about the coach.
No, the coach wanted to be.
He thought he was going to coach Luka.
The owner at the time was, why would I want a foreign kid? That's how he said it. Why would I want a foreign kid when I have a kid from Arizona? That was the worst thing.
No,
I argue with him all the time that they should have drafted Luka. I'm like, he's like, that wouldn't have worked. I'm like, it's not about working. It's the value that it brings. It's not.
I really don't think
it doesn't matter. It's about the value.
I've been trying to say the same thing.
It's the value.
I've been trying.
Bagley wouldn't have got you nothing back when you wanted to trade him. The same thing you'd have got something.
But no, okay.
I just heard Gilbert Arenas argue this, and I heard another football player argue this. It's the same thing. They're like, why are owners not going for the best player available?
Okay. First of all, I'll tell you what. DeAndre Ayton in college basketball was the best college basketball player in the world.
Shrunk in the playoffs.
He did. They were once in the
You watched that March, man. You watched that
first
game.
He was awful.
First game.
You know what Luka was doing in the playoffs? Averaging.
Luka was a champion before he came to the NBA.
I'll tell you right now.
At 15.
I'll tell you right now. If the Suns draft, I will continue to say this. If the Suns were to draft Luka, Luka's not the best. Luka's not the player he is right now, and Devin Booker's not the player he is right now.
I've never doubted that. My argument is you now have more on your plate to offer to say, oh, I want $50 for this plate. You had a $22 plate when you had Ayton. You would have had a $16 plate for Bagley.
That's the number 1 overall pick. You're not trading him, value or not.
You traded the Ayton
after 6 years, after 5 years.
First round picks have been drafted and traded before on the same night.
But Luka
just got traded.
No. Listen, but again, it's been 6 years. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years.
And he's still more valuable than every other within the draft.
He's not nearly as valuable.
About it. Aiden got traded last year. Luka got traded the next year.
No, that's what I'm saying. Luka's not nearly as valuable as he is if you were
Why not?
They're not the same player.
The Suns got
the
Suns got
they take away from each other.
The Suns got Cody Martin and a 2nd round pick for DeAndre Ayton in hindsight. The Lakers got AD for Luka.
Go ahead.
Who's better?
So you say that Luka and Booker are the same player.
No. They would not.
Luka and Book work.
Wait, it would not work.
Thank you. Okay, so get into where I'm going.
Go ahead.
How did Chris Paul and Booker work then?
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Because Chris Paul needs the ball in his hands to do what he does.
He needs the ball, but he does not need to put the ball in the basket.
But he can.
But he can.
When he needs to.
He can. But Luka needs to put the ball in the basket. Who took more shots last year? Luka Doncic or Kyrie Irving?
Luka.
Who had more game winners?
Do you not think that Luka isn't a great passer?
Luka's a great passer, but he's not. But
Luka has no problem at all deferring. We've seen that.
We've seen it with Kyrie.
Seen it.
To an extent.
The reason why
Luka let Max Kleber take a game-winning 3 against the Lakers in LA.
Bro, I think Luka. Come on, let me say this.
Coach, he hits this spot 49%. I hit that spot 33%.
I get Luka didn't play the best defense in the finals, but I think he gets too much slack in the finals. We don't give enough slack to Kyrie Irving. This man got, first of all, Boston, Derek White and Drew Holiday harassed Kyrie Irving.
Had him on.
But Luka, I think one thing I will say, Luka, I think Luka, he deferred a little bit.
There you go.
Too much.
There you go.
I've
been telling this son of a.
He deferred.
As a leader, you have to lead. He's the head of the snake. He got to lead the entire team. You can't be calling for fouls, laying on the floor, and not getting back. Other players are saying that there's an emotional aspect. I don't care. See, I tell you, he always goes to points. He don't talk about defense. He don't talk about mentality. He don't talk about chemistry. Every time that the best player on my team is lollygagging and complaining and bitching on the floor, I'm noticing that. That energy is fueling.
And all that.
And one thing, hold on. And one thing about
Kyrie, they should have got swept.
One thing about Kyrie, yes, he struggled. Yes, he got harassed, but the boy played deep. You can't. He played his ass off.
Who,
Defensively.
Kyrie?
Yes.
Kyrie in the finals?
He was one of
He
their.
had to do nothing, stand in the corner, wait for them to take a shot. It's not like Drew.
Because he's getting
some possession.
He's getting clapped. Because look, this is how the games will start. The game started with Kyrie, especially game one vividly. I remember Kyrie having the ball majority of the first half, getting harassed, taking double team shots, double clutch shots.
Luka doesn't move on offense. You know the way like Steph and Clay, they move to create that space and separation. Luka doesn't do a lot of movement. He stays stagnant, which enables other teams to double team off of. And so Kyrie's a player who likes to get into them gaps in them spaces. He can't get to them if Luka not moving, and teams are just clamping up those spots. And so Kyrie had some bad nights. But
they
again,
5 games. He was awful in every single one.
To me, it's more like if Luka was showing more effort, then people wouldn't have been as sad or as upset when he was just, getting blown by. But when you show no effort, the other players and the people pick up on that. And you can't be the best player. Like even LeBron, when people watch LeBron, who we know we got the chase down block on Iggy and all of that. We watch LeBron take plays off, and people be like, "Oh, look at Braun." You talking about Luka? Luka not even known as a defender. Yes, he can. He's had steals and leads his team in steals from time to time,
and led everybody in the finals in steals.
Right. With all that being said, Luka still is Luka Doncic. He still brought. I think the Mavs overperformed last year. They weren't supposed to be in the finals, but they still made it. They had a good roster, but they were just outmatched by the Boston Celtics. I just don't get how you go and say, all right, we made the finals last year. Let's get better. Let's try to go back, build around this guy again. If it doesn't work, then we trade him. The guy literally carried them to the finals. Him and Kyrie single-handedly carried the Mavs to the finals. Luka was walking down OKC, defender by defender. Who won it? Shea, all right, you next. Dort, you want it? All right, you next. All right, Jalen Williams, you next. Come on, Chet, you can get it too. Like, they just, Luka single-handedly beat the OKC Thunder, and then the Mavs beat. I think it was a complete team performance against the Nuggets.
Remember the video after the Mavs won the Western Conference Championship?
Drinking a beer? Yeah,
that's a bad look. Exactly what it is. Is that experience that the Celtics have had and other teams have had to know that was just another series. This ain't shit. Right. We gotta go do it again. Luka was celebrating, looking casual and comfortable. That mentality fuels either your competitors or your teammates. Right. And when they seen that, I'm sure people were looking at him like, "Ooh, they go food. He cooling,
right?
He cooling. He ain't on Kobe time. Job not done. Nah, he relaxed."
But half the league also looking at it as, man, this man has been hoping. Man. This dude's played
easy for him.
90 games. He's playing 92 games. He's
the best
36
offensive player.
Yeah, which was crazy. Yeah, I still called you out on that.
At that point in time, he was the best basketball player in the world.
Offensive.
Thank you. At that point in time, that was one of the great. You talking about Jimmy's playoff run? What Luka did last year?
It's not
up into the finals.
But Jimmy was shit in the finals.
Offense.
Jimmy was not good in the finals.
He was on triple-double in the finals.
That's none of my business. He played.
He was on one ankle.
Jimmy won a game himself in the finals.
Luka didn't do the same thing.
No,
they beat the Celtics by a record finals margin.
Game 4.
Nobody's ever lost a game that bad in the finals.
Y'all play game 4?
I tell him this all the time.
My boys wanted to go back to Boston.
I tell him that all the time. He don't want to listen.
That game didn't count. That series was well.
No,
that series was over.
That video that he showed.
Come on, game 4. That series was over.
It didn't show that he was over.
It was over, man. That was just a Mario win.
On this play doing though. You know that it's Luka. It's his first final. You know what I'm saying? He just answered a couple questions. All he wanted was a beer. For my, that's it. That's just how
thank you. You don't see people celebrate with the champagne?
That's after the finals. The Western
No,
Conference.
they do it in the conference finals too.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
But to me, this is the thing. To me is the face that Luka made was like, dude, I know this ain't done. I'm just like, I got a lot to deal with. Like, this is my first fight.
Like,
let me
time and place.
Time and
place.
Yeah. I wish the camera was not recording on that. If people did not have that footage, I don't think the Mavs would have not worried about. Dang, it's Luka.
Real quick. I'm piggyback off Tone with the Luka thing, right? after the finals, right? You get embarrassed in the finals. You drinking beer before the finals. It's bad looks. From what I've been like hearing and seeing, it didn't seem like Luka got back in the lab immediately. It didn't seem like he was hungry enough to get his body back up to par. It looked like he just he rested. And I'm not saying rest isn't deserved. It's just also how you go about it. Like, there's time and place to drink beer. Right after the game, like sheesh, like wait till you get to the crib, like wait till cameras off you, and then also your work ethic. We've been dealing with this dude for 6-7 years. We've seen how he takes care of himself, how he eats, how he does this, that, and the third. We just not willing to pay $350 for it. And you know what I'm saying? I get Luka's 1,000,000% worth it. I'll do it as a GM, but it just seems like the Mavs just didn't want to do that. They didn't want to invest the time and the effort to get him in shape and to get him in right mental state because they feel like he set his ways already. He already set the path on how he wants to be a Mav, and that's that. So I guess this is a power move.
I think the Pelicans are right there with Zion too. It's off topic, but Pelicans are right there with Zion.
I'm surprised Zion didn't go during this trade deadline.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't think Zion doesn't have value right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says. He's not valuable enough. They knew that they weren't going to get enough back, so why do it now? Let's try to get him healthy.
I don't think anybody on the Pelicans was as valuable as they were.
I also just want to make a point.
CJ should have got
stop
traded.
that. Oh, he should have got traded, but he's not very valuable. He's not very valuable.
I don't even think Ingram has the value.
He got a couple good pieces for the Pelicans. I don't think he's gonna got a mega star, but CJ could have definitely gotten somewhere.
He might get
Wizards, all the Wizards. You could have sent him to the Wizards. Got a couple young pieces in,
for sure.
Picks, but that's not what they were thinking.
CJ need to get bought out and find his way to like the Lakers or something.
Ooh. But you specifically, I will go find him. I will go back to find the clip. What did I tell you about the Pelicans?
Oh, I know.
I told you it wasn't gonna work. Oh, CJ and DeJounte Murray. I told you
they've been super hurt.
Oh, said DeJounte out.
Super
hurt. Like 5 games. So that really didn't count.
What was the?
Yeah,
I said that the Pelicans could be a very top-heavy playoff team.
I would love.
I told you.
This was with
This was prior to any of the season starting. This was healthy Zion, healthy Ingram, healthy Murray, healthy CJ.
Oh yeah,
everyone was healthy.
His take just didn't fall.
It just didn't fall through.
It's like a scratcher. You buy the scratcher and it's just damn, it's a loser. That take was just.
It was like the second.
CJ and DeJounte played, they were not good.
It's like the second game of the
played
season.
5 games.
Yeah. No. CJ and DeJounte played more than 5 games.
Oh, DeJounte, how many games DeJounte played this season?
I'll have to find. I don't know for sure. But CJ and DeJounte, even Brandon Ingram, like they played more games. Now the Big Four as a whole played 0 games together. I'll give you that. But CJ and DeJounte. It did. I don't know why the Pelicans thought, it didn't work with Trae Young. Oh, it'll work with CJ McCollum. It's not the case.
The problem is that I thought DeJounte was going to come in and be the primary
the star. Yeah, I thought CJ was going to honestly be.
We've seen CJ be behind another guard. We saw it in Portland behind Dame.
And what did
We've seen what he can do.
What did he get them?
A Western Conference
Finals matchup.
Now, how many games did I win in that conference finals, and how many games did they win? The same amount. 0.
Man, that was a crazy series, man. I hate that shit.
0. And guess what? No Kevin Durant.
They were up double digits every game.
And couldn't win a single game without their best player. You can't go give me one game.
We did the same thing.
Listen, hold on. Here's the thing, though, right? Is that happens.
This shit was crazy.
Man.
That happens, right? And teams get flack for that. Like you're saying, the Trailblazers getting flack for that.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens when they win?
Like I don't know.
Like, do they get flack for that too, right? Like if they beat
a
team without Kevin Durant.
I don't understand the flack for teams getting super deep in the playoffs and then losing. I don't understand the flack that players get for that.
No, I'm just saying, but like when you get that deep and not perform well, that's where the flack comes from, because these other series. Now, let's not pretend like the pressure doesn't continue to build up as the deeper you get into the playoffs. And so in the conference finals, that is the second highest level of pressure that you're going to get. You're not going to get the same amount of pressure in the conference finals than you are in the first round of the playoffs. So when the pressure was up there, they did not perform. That's where the flat comes from.
I personally don't think CJ McCollum's like a top tier 2 guard.
I don't think so either.
I think he's a B
That's why I'm saying that's like a fourth option on that team. I thought it was going to be fine.
And I don't know why. I don't know why you.
But they haven't had any health. Yeah, they haven't had health.
Zero health.
I never saw it.
And then you gotta build chemistry.
You gotta do with 2K. A lot of people were playing 2K to play.
So
They got to build chemistry.
So let me ask y'all this. So going in, so it's about 30 games left. What teams, West team, East team, what teams do y'all see them being way better? Like, what team do you see being the best team coming out this All-Star break? Now, we all obviously know the Cavs, Thunder.
I got the Raptors in the East.
I was going to say the Thunder again.
What? The
Raptors, I think they're going to be better.
What?
Being a better team in the first 30, 40
We'll start with the East.
50 games.
In the East, who we think got better?
The Raptors, to me.
Bucks.
I don't.
That Jericho Sims trade is
I like that.
I
don't think the Bucks got any better.
Cavaliers, DeAndre Hunter.
The Cavs got better.
And he's been hooping this year.
What did you say about the Cavs? That Donovan Mitchell what?
He's not a playoff player.
Oh yeah, I don't.
They got
I thought he was saying for the regular season. I think it feel like from now on to the end of the regular season.
DeAndre Hunter is what that.
I don't think they're going to be better
As a first option, you only go get so far. He has a cap.
So he does. For the Cavs to be successful, does Donovan have to be a number one option, or does he have to be a number two option?
Yeah, number two.
Well, that's the thing.
It matters with the team.
They don't have he's the best player on the team.
Who? Donovan?
Yeah.
I don't think he is anymore.
Between who? Him and Mobley?
Because of what he brings on defense, he's more valuable than Donovan Mitchell. He always thinks like you can see it in his reactions. It's all offense for him. If the average is 50 points, he's the best player in his eyes.
Take off Donovan Mitchell. Take off Evan Mobley. Okay, what team makes it further? If you take off Donovan Mitchell.
You want me to really? Do I really have to think about that?
Yes.
Because you're thinking about the best defender on that team, and he's averaging 25 and 10 in 3 blocks. So you want me to take all of that off, and then you just want me to take off Donovan Mitchell's 25 and 6?
Go ahead.
I'm going with the one who's bringing more to the table.
If you take off Evan Mobley off that team is making it further.
Why?
Because of what Donovan Mitchell brings. Now listen,
they have Jared Allen.
And they do have Jared Allen as a defensive player.
He don't score.
They don't need him to score.
Evan Mobley has been grabbing the rebound and going 94 feet and dishing or dunking. Jared Allen don't do none of that.
But even if he's not scoring, you still have Darius Garland to score. You still have other guys to score. You don't need Jared Allen to score.
When Darius Garland's going to get double teamed, then he's going to cause a turnover.
And if he gets double teamed, now you have DeAndre Hunter and Donovan Mitchell.
And then what you gonna do when they can't defend the other guards and they getting blown by? You just got to depend on Jared Allen for the 48 minutes, right?
The same thing that they've been doing.
Evan Mobley's been their best.
So Evan Mobley's on the best guard.
He's been their most consistent player this year.
Evan Mobley's guarding the best perimeter player on the other team.
No.
So what difference is
it? It's a Okoro, but now it's going to be Hunter.
Now it's going to be DeAndre Hunter. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if you take Donovan Mitchell off the team,
that's a huge trade, man.
Yeah, that's trade. It seems fishy. It seems fishy. Yes.
Hunter is what they wanted Okoro to be.
Averages 19 points.
They gave up some picks.
They gave up inconsistency. They gave up.
I think for the Cavs, that's going to be
Gang too, but
that's going to be a Mavs. That's going to be a PJ Tucker type of. Gafford type of trade like the Mavs made last year.
If they can figure it out and get cohesive before the playoffs, that's very dangerous. But what your question was who becomes better? I don't think that.
You don't think the Cavs become better with a better 3-and-D?
Who improved the most out of all the teams?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that made them. And that's what I said. Like,
okay, so
Raptors.
So I think San Antonio.
They're not in the East.
I
think Brandon Ingram plays 15 games.
We'll get there.
You jump into the gun, man.
More than 15 games this year, if that. I really don't think he's gonna play. There's no. He's out indefinitely with the ankle sprain.
If he doesn't play, then that.
If I'm the Raptors, don't play. Rest up, bro. Give me a full healthy DI. Toronto, you can get everything you want, bro. Just please.
I say Cleveland. I think Cleveland.
I'd like to think Miami gets better.
Yeah, well, I'd like to think there's $1 million in my bank account.
No.
but-
Simply because Jimmy was not playing before. So we were what we were, right?
We're
But
doing
now
good.
we're
We're doing
bringing in
decent.
Andrew Wiggins. We're bringing in Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, I like Davion.
I do like him. I do like Davion too.
60 in the East right now.
Do I think we get a whole hell of a lot better? No, but do we get better? Yeah.
Will you be better than before the All-Star break?
Y'all should. I mean, y'all
Well,
should.
Jimmy
y'all should-
wasn't playing anyway.
So it's
We just
yeah.
added pieces.
I think Miami stays with that 60. I think they can keep that up for the rest of the season for sure. So yeah.
What team?
I want another Celtics Heat matchup, please. That's just all I want.
I don't.
Why? Oh, it always ends up going to 6. And I'm like, how?
It won't. It won't. Without Jimmy, it
I
won't.
don't know, Wiggins.
I think
Now, see, Wiggins has a potential.
Chris
He has a
Stops is
potential.
healthy right now. I don't think.
No, he got dunked on the other day.
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell put him in
I
the-
don't
he
care
put him
about
in the
that.
rim, boy.
I care about my man shooting from 40.
That's the thing, though.
No. I'm not letting you know. I'm not letting you get away with that. Offense, right? You don't care about him blocking
Chris
shots?
Stops had 3 blocks that game.
No. You just told me you don't care about
He
that.
had 2 in a row just because he let Donovan dunk on him one time.
No, put him in the rim.
Okay.
Put him in the rim.
And he punched his shot. He put like
Push your shot.
Donovan's.
Yeah.
He had 3 blocks that game, and 2 of them was on Evan.
See,
See, you was just hyping up Evan Mobley.
I am gonna hype him up.
the thing is, though, is that
Nice.
the East didn't really have a whole lot of moves. It's
No,
all in
it's
the
on the
West.
West.
It's all in the West. When you're looking at it, Milwaukee for Kuz, if you want to include Detroit with Schroeder,
Yes.
backup,
I really like Cleveland.
You know what's
I
crazy?
think there's
Cleveland
Milwaukee.
and Toronto.
Orlando's gonna get better, and they didn't make no moves just because they about to get healthy.
yeah, they finally got their
They
guys
are.
back because Paulo was hurt and now
It's
Francis
France,
came back.
yeah, they about to get healthy, and they go.
They gonna
What
definitely
the
get
Magic
one,
at right now?
for sure.
They're eighth.
Yeah, they
Ooh.
Move up.
they're gonna be on y'all tail for sure.
Yeah. But I
Ooh,
really like
Magic
Cleveland,
Heat.
but I'm gonna go with the Bucks in terms of the East. Who I think
Battle of the Florida.
Jericho Sims, I think is very he's gonna be that athletic shot blocker, big lob threat.
If he gets minutes.
That's what I'm like.
But I think, but
that's
he's
like-
probably gonna be the backup 5. I
The
mean,
same thing with
Bobby
Kevin Porter.
Porter's been
If he
playing
gets
the five.
if he
Same
gets
thing.
rotated
Throw
into rotation.
back up body. Or back up Giannis, too.
Because they still got Brooke, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think,
Brooke
I think
and
Bobby
Bobby.
will be the backup 4, and then
Bobby
Jericho
will
Sims
come-
can be that 5.
yeah.
Because Bobby could shoot. He could shoot the 3. He could play defense. He could shoot the mid. He could get his own bucket in the post.
Yeah, as
put
long
the
as
back-
Jericho ain't
Honestly,
getting the
even
foul
that Jericho
trouble.
and Giannis.
Bro, how can y'all not say the
That's it.
Cavs, bro? Like
No, I would say the
Dude
Cavs
is
just that
averaging
they're already in
19
first
points
place.
a game, and they just got them for free, basically.
I still think
Three.
it's Toronto long term. I think right now it's
Oh, yeah, of
probably
course.
Cleveland, but long term I think it's
I
Toronto.
think you
Toronto's
can say
epic.
Milwaukee and Cleveland, but I think
Throw
Milwaukee.
Toronto in there, too. Throw Toronto in there, too.
Yeah.
Let's,
Those
all
are
right,
the-
let's go to the West.
Yes.
What do we think? Start tone.
I think it's unanimously LA. You cannot.
I would like to disagree with you.
Me too.
I think I disagree.
Who you
too.
thinking? I'm thinking San Antonio.
I'm thinking San Antonio.
I'm thinking San Antonio, man. Like
No, we think
24 and 13.
I was gonna say because I originally I thought your question was about the next 30 to the end of the season.
Who
When we
got better
talking the end of
right
the season,
now?
or we
from the
talking
trade?
I'm
about
talking about no,
just
right
rest
now.
of the 30 game. I say
It's,
San
talk
it's
Antonio.
about
San Antonio.
Let's talk about it.
I'll say Lakers. I'll say Lakers because to me,
They
if
rolling already.
they
man.
look like they can compete for a
Yeah,
championship.
they rolling already, man. They are scary.
Not like they're championship
And then it's
contenders,
mad, no.
but they look like they can
Man.
compete for it. Like
Yeah,
they
and
they
then
want
yeah,
to run.
Luka are already rolling.
I don't know if San Antonio can do that. Now, I'm not saying they can't, but I do. I love that team. I think I spoke to Darren Fox joining that team. I think that is a powerful dynamic. I think they got a bright future. They got a bunch of young pieces. I just think, like, as far as the rest of the season, I thought the Lakers have a chance. Like, they have a chance.
They're only 3 games back from the 10 seed for a play-in. By the way, the Spurs are.
I do not
Yeah,
want to
I-
play this Laker team in a play-in game.
At all.
No.
I do not.
Oh my
The-
god.
I don't even want them being an 8 seed.
The difference between the Lakers and Spurs, though, is Chris Paul's the only veteran
Yeah.
and only person with experience, and he doesn't have championship experience. And so when it
He
comes
does,
to the
but it's losing.
playoffs,
I was gonna say, he's been to the finals.
Hey, let's
I
respect
don't
it. He
call it
got the
experience.
Now, I do have to give him credit because he's overcome his addiction.
experience like y'all did. He just don't got to win it.
He's overcome his
Chill,
addiction. He said, "I'm
chill,
addicted to
chill,
the finals." He's overcome his addiction.
yeah, I would have to say the Lakers.
It's hard.
It's hard.
But listen, like when you look at
Yes, there you go.
when you look at the Spurs, they got an all-star caliber guard, potentially all NBA guard, without giving up their future guard that they believe in so much. And
They didn't get rid of Vassell.
They didn't get rid of Vassell either.
They didn't get
rid of
pieces.
Keldon.
They
still have Wemby. Chris Paul, I think, plays another year after this, so they have another year with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I think
I say
Still got my man Harrison Barnes.
so when you say
still
in the grand scheme of things, I think the Lakers, I agree, they can compete for a title this year if it lines up. You know, if Mark Williams, I just real quick,
That's a great pickup.
it's a great pickup,
That's a
but
great
he has
pickup.
also bad habits. Like he's a good basketball player, but he has bad
his
habits.
worst habit
But
is staying
now-
healthy.
I was gonna say,
And
his
he
very
does
good
not stay
problem.
healthy.
But
So that's-
now you have the cheat code LeBron that's gonna teach you, yo, take care of your
but
body.
that's
young
if
boy.
you want it. Like LeBron can,
Luka's the same
LeBron
thing.
can take you to the river, but is you go drink from it? That's up to you.
Yeah.
That's completely up
If
to you.
you are a basketball player and your goal was to make to the NBA, and you got a team,
That's
and
like-
you got
but-
LeBron as your teammate. Hey man, what do you do to take care of your needs?
Okay, but
you got, but
Should be.
they gotta
Anthony
want to act,
Davis.
though.
Anthony
If they don't,
Davis.
then,
Look,
and
it took him 3-4 years to finally figure it out. All right, I got to take better care of myself,
Yeah.
so I can.
But in these past 2 years, he's been
He's been pretty healthy.
exceptionally healthy. It didn't
That's
take
my-
long.
You gotta want it. That's my only thing.
But like 2020, he was healthy.
Yeah, LeBron.
2020,
LeBron don't got
He
4
was
years.
And then what
Yeah, he
happened?
don't got
When
no
you
4
get a
years.
contract,
And-
you get comfortable.
he got comfortable.
Yeah,
You got comfortable. Now you can sit. I'm gonna just play 40-50 games. I'm gonna be decent.
Speaking of Anthony Davis, I think the Mavericks got improved the most.
No,
Like I said,
I
like I said at the beginning of the year,
Houston.
at the beginning of the
I'm just
episode,
saying, bro. Y'all don't understand the psychological
Max
aspect of
Christie,
basketball.
AD.
Here's why.
No,
Here's why.
Basketball is 90% mental, man.
It is for sure.
it's
It
like
is.
it's like I
PJ
said,
Washington,
Who?
Kyrie, Gafford, them boys
Max-
are
Max
hurt
Christie,
right
AD.
now.
Realistically, right now, I think the Mavericks have a better chance to win a championship than the Lakers.
No,
listen,
They do.
I said it at the
No
beginning.
way,
If
man.
the Mavericks fail to win this year or next year a title, it will be the worst trade that they have
y'all about
ever.
to see
I
the
agree.
Mavs
I agree.
deteriorate.
But listen,
Y'all
hold on,
about
hold
to
on,
see
listen.
it, man.
Listen, give me a
Telling
chance.
y'all right now.
Give me a chance.
Problem is
Let me-
that
Y'all about to see the Mavs deteriorate. I'm telling y'all right
can
now.
Anthony Davis be a one on a
This is the
championship
beginning
team?
of
Yes.
the end. This is the beginning of the end.
You think
Promise.
so?
Yes, I know so.
Why haven't we seen it?
Because he hasn't had the opportunity. Now he
He's
has,
had 6 years in LA, 5 years in LA.
but he was playing with LeBron. When you're playing with LeBron, you will never be the number one option. Until now, with Luka.
He's had
Until
chances.
This year,
But even in the bubble, he was
he was number 2.
He was number 2, but he was also the number 2 player in the world. The way that he was playing in the playoffs,
Jimmy played better.
you know what he did to Jokic?
Yes.
You saw what he did to Bam?
Dog Jokic.
Like that, that's the potential of Anthony Davis.
So,
And yes,
so look. So, here, 2 things gonna have to happen. You gotta fire Jason Kidd. I ain't gonna lie.
stop it.
You gotta fire him because he loves Luka, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
But, okay,
Y'all not getting the like. These players are humans, man. Like you just lost the franchise. Hold on, hear me out. And then
okay.
that you're gonna have to get rid of everything attached to Luka. Sorry, not the players, obviously, but the coach. You got everything attached to Luka. Get rid of, right? I don't see nothing happening this year with the Mavs. I think they coast into the. They might make the plan. They might compete in the first round.
Yeah, they're sitting at 8 right now.
Yeah,
They're
they
gonna get
got a lot of work to do.
They're gonna get better.
AD's gonna have to play out of his mind, and he's gonna literally have to buy the locker room. He's gonna have to get that locker room to believe in Anthony Davis.
He's not even that type of.
You
He's
don't
not that
think
type
he
of
has a
person.
shoulders?
He's no
He's not that type of person.
What do you mean?
Hold on.
Everybody's saying, "Oh, how you only get Anthony Davis back." Anthony Davis at his best, through the first 20 games of the season, he was the MVP. He was the MVP.
But
What's option on the Lakers?
It was Anthony.
Anthony Davis. It was Anthony Davis.
Even JJ,
Anthony Davis.
but even JJ Redick came out and said, if we want to compete, Anthony Davis has to be the best player on the floor,
and he will be in Dallas. He absolutely, because now he has the opportunity to be the number one guy once again.
Anthony Davis doesn't want to be the number one.
And
That's
the reason
been
why
his entire career. That's been the problem. He doesn't want to be the number one.
The number one thing he showed when he said, "Oh, we need a big," is that I'm not enough.
And that's why I spoke to this before. But you're putting expectations on him that he doesn't even want to fulfill. You're saying that he's going to play like Bubble Anthony Davis. He doesn't want to play like Bubble Anthony Davis.
4 years ago. Now he has a chip on his shoulder. All these people are saying, "Wow, okay, you only got Anthony
said
Davis."
He was comfortable within 3 hours of the trade.
Hold on.
I think he does want to go back to Bubble Davis.
I think that's what I'm saying.
AD has been asking the Lakers to go out and get a big for years now, so he could go back to playing the four.
Now he has Gafford. Now Lively's probably done for the season, the regular season. So he has Gafford, and there's another bit, Dwight Powell. Right? Those are 2 5s. Okay. Now he can go back to playing the four where he's comfortable, where he's been his best. Again, he's been the best at his four. 2020 during the bubble, he had Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. And in New Orleans, he had DeMarcus Cousins.
So we're gonna sit here and say when they went against Miami, let me just ask y'all this: when they went against Miami in the bubble, was JaVale, Dwight, any of those big men on the floor in the fourth quarter? Yes or no?
Yes.
No. Spots, but not a lot. The thing is, for
last 4 minutes of the game, AD was at the 5. And that's what it's going to be at Dallas.
Because even if you think about fourth quarter, they're not going to have
last 4 minutes of the game. AD's playing 5.
No, it's not going to be the same thing.
Yes, it is.
It's not going to be the same thing. No, Gafford will be on the floor with Anthony Davis. They're starting lineup. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Also, the Mavericks also upgrade tremendously defensively. They might be one of the best defensive teams in the association.
Can we go back offensively?
Exactly.
I feel like PJ Washington got to play the 3 now. That's where I feel like that's the biggest what if.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. Unless you're going against Wemby or Jokic, one of these teams that have superb centers, mostly every Segun. Unless you're going against a center-oriented team, there's only 3-4 of them in the league. Embiid. Most of the teams, 26 other teams, 25 other teams are going to be playing small ball.
Sabonis.
Especially in the last Sabonis. So 24 teams in the league, they're going to be playing in the last 4 minutes of the game, they're going to be playing small ball, including that one team that's the champions.
That's why I was honestly surprised that they kept Lively and Gafford. I thought one of them would have been good to stay because I just don't see the benefit of having both of them for fourth quarters. I agree with him. You're likely going to play AD at the 5. PJ Washington will play the 4. And then you're going to have shooters. Klay Thompson, Kyrie, and one of maybe like a
Caleb Martin.
Because in today's NBA, they're not going to exploit the mixed match. The obvious mixed match is going to be Gafford against whoever he's going against. Most likely they're going to put a small forward on him, or they're going to put a small power forward on him. They're not going to put the center on him. They're going to put the center on 80. They're going to take 80 out the game. Gafford's going to have a mixed match. They're not going to feed Gafford to get post moves to get 10 points in a post back to back to back. They're not going to do that. They're going to try to play this new NBA where they shoot threes and we try to get our stars the ball as much as possible. They're not. I just see
Oklahoma City.
Exactly. They're going to.
J-Dub has been playing the 5 ever since Chet went out.
Chet are not going to be on the court at the same time when it matters most.
Who's not going to be
Hartenstein and Chet at the same time.
Hartenstein is.
They're going to be interchanging. Are you gonna just like they do? Like when you put your offensive player,
if they could both shoot, if Hartenstein could shoot, then that's a possibility. Like in these rare times where you're looking and you're seing Cornette and Porzingis on the court at both times, but that's because.
But now,
so you say that with confidence is crazy. Y'all seen that? He said that with confidence.
White House can shoot. Like y'all acting like he can't shoot the rock.
Can we go back to
I
this
never-
Mavericks
I
rising
never
thing?
heard.
That's the
Hey,
first
give him
time
foul.
I've
Give him
ever
foul. That bitch.
heard that in my life. Dwight Howard
I never
can
heard that.
shoot. It's like that's like I've never heard that
Foul for
sentence in
3.
my
I
life.
ain't never heard.
Dwight Howard can shoot.
This man is
It's
about to pull up
crazy.
highlights. I swear to God.
Can we go back
Oh
to
my
this,
God!
If
He's
I
gonna
see-
pull up highlights.
If I see
That's wicked work.
Shaq can shoot free
I ain't
throws.
never heard nobody
That's
say
not
that.
walking
No,
out.
that's wrong.
Dwight Howard.
Shaq can
so
shoot
weird.
threes. Shaq can
So
shoot free
weird.
throws too.
What's his 3 ball? What's his 3
Possible.
ball?
Yeah, I thought he could shoot a little bit better.
26%.
I thought he could shoot a little bit better than that.
No, that's
No,
crazy.
Pop,
What is it?
they don't
What is it?
got man.
What is
It'll
it?
be like what they said. PJ will be at the 4 and AD will be at the 5
Exactly,
when
yeah.
it matters.
Exactly. Yes.
It was a good take.
Because nothing PJ can do. PJ and AD.
Maybe I think about Cleveland.
PJ and AD.
You ain't no damn good.
They match up
You
perfect
ain't
with
no
the
good,
Celtics.
bro.
Because they can switch.
You ain't no
Hey,
good.
I'm holding you right,
So
man.
I just want to go back to this Mavericks rising thing because I'm still stuck on it. I'm going to name every team that's above them right now, and I want you to tell me if they rise above them. Okay.
did that to beat y'all.
Oklahoma City.
They did that to beat
do
y'all.
the Mavericks get better than
clear
Oklahoma City?
No.
Do they get better than Memphis?
No.
Do they get better than Houston?
No.
No.
Do they get better than Denver?
No.
Do they get better than LA? Both LAs.
No.
The
The
Lakers.
Mavericks.
Lakers, I
No.
think they do.
This season.
The Lakers.
Right
I think
now.
they do.
You think that the Mavericks are better than the Lakers?
I think, actually, you know what?
No. Come on, please, no.
Jamal, come
I'll
on.
take them over both.
Before the Mark Williams,
You're taking them
trade,
over the
I might have
Clippers,
said
too?
Yeah, but you after the Mark Williams,
So you're telling me that the Mavericks rise to the 5th seed?
Yeah.
let me see, smell your cup.
Because the only other team,
I'll keep it. No, I'm keeping it real.
the only other team that's above them is the Timberwolves, and I think that the Mavericks are better than.
Yes,
the
I agree. I agree.
That's the only team that I could see them rising and getting.
My biggest thing is Anthony Davis now has a chip on his shoulder. He now has a
Did he
reason to
call
play
you?
hard.
And
Yeah, I talked to
sound
him last night.
angry?
I told you.
Because
I try to get on. I try to
I've
get.
never seen Anthony Davis.
I
with a chip
try to
his
get him on the show,
shoulder.
but he's busy. You know, he's still warming up with the Mavericks. But
Yeah.
listen, Anthony Davis now has a chip on his shoulder. He's never had this. He's never had a chip on. He's never had a reason to prove people wrong. Now he has that opportunity. He's going to be a different beast. And you still have Kyrie Irving, who is playing at an all-star level, who debatably should have been an all-star this year. And you have PJ Washington, Klay Thompson, who is still one of the best shooters in the
Why is he
league.
proving us wrong?
My only thing for
I don't think anyone.
My only thing
thought
for
that.
Dallas is that it just. I'm looking at this schedule. Don't get easy from here. Like they got a tough stretch coming up. They're going against.
For me, they
Golden
have
State a
to
couple of
depend
times.
on Anthony Davis and Kyrie to score the bucket a lot.
Anybody else on that team?
Yeah, that's not gonna be the
I
problem.
don't think that's a problem.
I do.
I think the locker room gonna be the biggest problem. AD getting that locker room, and if AD wants it,
He's not a leader.
if he
But
wants to get
I
the
think
locker
that can turn into a positive. Because if he wants it, he's going to leave the locker room. And if he wants it as bad as he should want it, the locker room will see that.
honestly, I think AD is gonna see the vibe, and he's gonna see that this is Kyrie's team right now. Like just current moment is Kyrie's team.
What? And everyone's the boss thing.
The problem is
Because
again,
he's not a vocal leader.
And that's the point we're trying to get at,
You gotta
Jamal.
tell
He
niggas,
can't-
watch out.
he
This
has
is
to become-
mine.
The only way the Mavs elevate from here is if AD says this is my team, and if the team's like, all right, bet here, it has to be a mute. It has to be,
AD has to be the one.
He's never done that before? He
When?
did that in NOLA.
I don't think
And
he
did they
did.
win?
No,
That's why they
He
win.
did that in NOLA.
Pause. He had the power in NOLA, yes, but the locker room was Rondo's.
Thank you. It wasn't. He's the
Rondo was there for his entire career in NOLA.
No,
That's
they
what-
go.
that's what I'm
They
saying.
go
It's
get
not.
players like Rondo
you can
because
get
they
a
need a
locker room.
vocal player
just takes
in the
training
locker
camp.
room.
No,
That's
why
all
did
it
they
takes.
get Rondo? You know why did they get Rondo? They needed someone to feed the ball to Anthony Davis, correct?
Duh.
Once
And
they
now
got-
they-
but you know what's crazy? When Rondo got there, Cousins got there.
Right.
How the hell did they both make the All-Star team? Rondo, both of his bigs made the All-Star team.
You kind of pull my
Those
point.
that not.
That's what leaders do. They put their stars. Like there's Draymond is the leader in Golden State. That's Steph's
That's
team.
why. That's why he
but
can't go
Draymond
nowhere.
is the leader. That is Draymond's team. Locker room.
There's different types of there's
Look,
leading.
look, the best. What is this big idiot name? Kendrick Perkins. Number 2.
What's number 1?
Number 2.
What's number 1?
Who's
Number 1.
number
I'm not arguing. You two said San
What's
Antonio.
number 1?
You two said what?
This is best news before the deadline.
I said three.
Who's gonna be the best team?
Me and Tony Williams just said LA.
I still think it's San Antonio.
In terms of finishing the season out, I'm going to San Antonio.
I'm taking Dallas. Like this team is very underrated. It's very underrated.
It is.
And they can make, because of how good they're going to be defensively, they can make.
When is AD gonna be back?
My only thing
is another week.
Another
week.
Remember when we added up the Phoenix Suns points? Because you were talking about they got so much depth, and we did the 30. Go do it with Dallas. Add up their points for me.
Add up their points.
Listen.
Okay, if 80 and Kyrie say 80 gets 30, Kyrie gets 25. PJ Washington gets
15,
17, 18. Gafford gets 10. I mean, in their bench, like they can score. Okay, but if I'm adding up their points, you also got to take away the points that they're going to prevent from happening. They. That is going. I'm telling you, that is going to be one of the best defensive teams in the league, Tony.
Go check how many points that they're allowing right now. Then go check how many points the Lakers were.
Not right now because they didn't have Anthony Davis.
See, look. That's why I said go check how much the Lakers were allowing because that's where you got to go. You can combine them if you want. I do agree that Anthony Davis is going to bring better defense, but when they're on the court together, Kyrie and Anthony Davis are going to have to score so much that when they're not on the court, they're not compromised.
See, last year was different for the Mavs because you had Luka, right? You had Luka who already had put the vibe out there how we play. Now you go get Kyrie, you go get Gafford, you go get Washington. They just add to it. This go around, you're not adding nothing. You're building from the ground up. I mean, you got a little something with Kyrie, but again, the only way this team goes as far as you're saying they go is if AD becomes that guy, becomes the number one ultimately. So
he's got to be the best player on the court.
He has to be the best player on the court.
He can't be.
I don't.
That's what Luka was. I mean, at the end of the day, people want to talk about his conditioning. They want to talk about he's fat, this and that, third. Dude gave his heart and soul to the Mavericks every single night.
I think AD can do the same thing. I think AD can do the same thing.
I don't think
the Lakers want to trade him.
That's the difference.
The Lakers want to trade him.
It's like even watching Luka. To me, he's only going at a 7 some nights, but his 7 is worth more offensively than some niggas 12, 13. Anthony Davis, when he's playing at a 10, that's when I go, damn, he's a problem. But the nights that I see him playing at a 10 is once a week, once every other week.
That's what I'm saying. That was before. I believe now he has a chip
and that's
why he has a reason to play at 10 every night.
I understand what you're saying, and that's why I asked if you spoke to him because I've been waiting to see that version of Anthony Davis, and I've only seen him in the bubble. And so if that changes again, I think the only issue that they're gonna have is offense because Kyrie's your best player offensively, and I don't think he's the same Kyrie. Like I don't think he can bring them to these Western Conference Finals.
That's okay. That's all right. Because we're going to see. We're going to see. But real quick, few minutes left. There's a pretty big game on Sunday.
Yeah, there is.
Who's playing Celtics?
We talking NFL.
Oh.
No, we talking the real. Let me say this. The real champion.
So look,
the real champion.
Honestly,
I knew what he was doing.
The NBA was. I'll say before the new year for me personally, maybe because I was so into football, it's kind of hard to get into the NBA. I was watching my Houston, obviously, but trying to watch other games like the Lakers games on TV was kind of snooze fest. But this trade deadline has brought in the jolt back into the NBA. The NBA can now compete with the NFL for once. So this is good times for basketball, man, for real.
Yeah, it
really is.
Yeah, football's ending, and then like you said, the trade deadline with all these huge trades that have happened. Basketball.
That's what the NBA needed, 100%.
The ratings are going to spike.
Playoffs.
The West Coast is about to get nasty.
Definitely should be.
The West Coast is about to.
And then you should be.
But it's playoffs specifically in the West. Specifically,
two good teams will not make the playoffs.
He's got some bangers.
I truly believe two good teams that are both likely to be in the West.
The East is known for the side of the upset.
There's a lot of hardest remaining schedule.
It'll be interesting for me to see if Philly can get into the playoffs.
Two teams
they'll be playing.
I want to know who y'all play in the first round. Who y'all play in the first round determines how y'all playoff success goes. For y'all,
that's a good point.
For y'all to repeat how whoever
So-
y'all play in the first round will kind of determine how it goes.
I like that a lot.
Because everyone likes to bring up they had an easy strive for that ring.
Do the
They could've
Spurs make the
collapsed
play-in?
anytime. They could have collapsed.
Yeah,
anytime.
especially because
Yes,
I liked how
yes,
Indiana
they
played.
do.
Hold on, who's in the play right now? Who's in the play
The
right
playing right now: Timberwolves, Mavs, Kings, Suns.
Yes,
The Kings drop.
Warriors are 11th.
Timberwolves.
I think
Spurs
the
are
Kings
12.
get worse.
Kings
Timberwolves
drop.
is just not
The
Out of the
Kings
play-in?
drop out of the play-in.
Oh hell no!
I think Timberwolves drop out.
I think they
Just
get
that- they
better.
have the same
like I said,
I've
I
kind of been
think
seeing
it's
that
okay.
too, but I don't know.
I think the Suns drop out.
I just can't, man.
That's fine.
Did they
If
just-
you want to
did
have
they just
Golden
lose
State and
recently?
San Antonio move up instead of those two,
I think San Antonio move up.
San Antonio moves up with De'Aaron Fox.
I think so.
it's tough to call.
He had 24 and 13 in his first game with Wemby.
Yeah, I think San Antonio.
Harden-
Only gonna
A
get
Harden
better.
injury and the Clippers are done. So that's another thing.
That's true.
Harden gets hurt.
Kawhi's still
Where's-
getting
where-
back
where-
in shape though.
Where are the Clippers at right
Harden
now?
gets hurt. Kawhi gets hurt.
Where are the Clippers?
Clippers are
They're
6. So here's the
All
so
jumbled
from
up.
1 through 5 is
That's-
I think 1 through 5 is going to be interchangeable.
It's like
Thunder,
3 games.
Grizzlies, Rockets, Nuggets, Lakers.
I don't think Thunder's getting touched.
Yeah,
Thunder
those top 5 stays.
We
They
talk
just
about
interchange
acquisitions.
spots.
They get Chet Holmgren for the deadline. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
that might
me?
be the
Yeah,
most.
they
That
just
might be
got
the
him back
biggest
today.
improvement.
Yeah,
That might be the biggest improvement.
It's like
but 6 through 12 is a bloodbath. You got Clippers 28 and 22, Timberwolves 20 and 23, Mavs 26-25, Kings, Suns, and Warriors are all 500, and the Spurs are 4 games below them. So the Spurs have some work to do.
Yeah.
They have to basically not win out, but you can't really lose too many games.
Yeah, you
I
can't
think
go on no
the
losing streaks.
Timberwolves
Yeah.
drop.
That's what I'm saying. The Timberwolves might have been one of the
The
worst.
loser
Yeah.
of the
They didn't make
deadline.
any moves at the deadline.
No
None.
moves.
Julius Randle
You
got
You needed
hurt.
to move off of one
Julius
of
Randle
either
hurt.
Julius Randle or Rudy Gobert, and they didn't do either.
Either.
They need. So I think they need Gobert. Gobert's defensive impact is very needed on that team, especially without Cat. I
In a regular season.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Even
in the
in the
playoffs,
playoffs.
they need Rudy because they don't got anybody else.
which is the
As
point
long
we're trying to
as-
make with the Mavs in
Yeah.
terms of AD playing the 5. It's going to be a point in time. Gafford's going to be a liability. Life is going to be a liability. You're going to have to play AD at the 5. No choice.
It's like outside
I
of
don't know.
Ant.
It's
I
just
don't
better
see,
basketball to play AD at the 5. It works better.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do against him.
but yeah, I think San
Right,
Antonio.
right.
I think San Antonio moves up, and I know I'm biased because Fox is one of my favorite players in the NBA, but like I genuinely think that
Yeah.
I think San Antonio's gonna move up. I think San Antonio's gonna
Two
move up.
teams
I
that
think
make it
Suns are
for
gonna move
me.
out.
I'm going to go.
Chill.
I'm going to go Mavs and Spurs. Maybe Warriors.
Mavs.
Mavs, Spurs, and Warriors are my 3 teams. I can't pick 2.
for,
I'm
for
picking
the
3
play.
teams. Yeah.
Okay.
Pick 3 teams. Let's go fight for that 7 and 8.
Yeah.
You can't sleep
I
on the
agree.
Warriors. They can always
I
just.
agree with those.
I think the Warriors. I think they're in the regular season. I think their peak is the 9th seed.
The Spurs I think will be in a play-in game. I don't think
10
they'll
seed?
get. I don't think they'll get into the playoffs.
That's fair.
Not yet.
But I mean, it depends on who they play, man. Because I mean, it's a one-game scenario.
Mhm.
One-game scenario. Wemby could go off for 50. De'Aaron Fox could go off for 50, or they can lose and De'Aaron Fox can be awful. Wemby can be awful.
Mhm.
It's that one-game scenario that's scary as hell.
I don't think we've seen Wemby have a 40 shot night yet. I
No.
think that's something we still waiting on.
But we have seen him have a 50-point game.
Yeah, it's 50
Yeah.
off like what 35 shots maybe.
Nuts.
Something nasty like
Just
that.
That's-
nuts. Just video
But-
stuff, bro.
If we, I'm still waiting to see Wemby take over. I'm still waiting to see Wemby
I'm still waiting on the
go get him
put his
33,
back
20.
to the
and-
basket.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
and
Go get
beast.
buckets. Like, just go get
You
it.
can't do that when you're a $1.25.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But the thing is he's shooting a great percentage from 3.
He can do it. It's just, and I feel like their coach is getting into it. They need a better system, which is weird because you got Chris Paul. But certain pick and rolls, even when you watch other teams, even Minnesota, you run certain pick and rolls, and it gets a small on Wemby in the paint, turn around quick ones. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna run that play 40 times, but you run a good solid 10 times, he gets a good 15, 10, 15 points off of that. And I just don't understand.
That's why I like the Fox pickup is because they're going to play a whole hell of a lot faster with him.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they
going to run the floor, and I think
And
that's
Wemby
where
can get down the
Wemby
court
is his best.
6
is in
drives.
transition.
are. 6 might even be. Man, he might
right.
be 3.
It'll be like
Really?
it'll be like a Giannis situation.
Yeah, no, it will be.
Wemby out in transition is scary because he can shoot the pull-up 3, and he can also get to the basket against the small guards who are going to get back quicker and post them down there.
Yeah,
it's going to get scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying what that duo is going to look like, and what San Antonio is going to look like.
The West going to be above that.
Yeah,
it is.
It always is. It's
but
the West.
We see them previewing the game. Super Bowl Sunday. Who's winning and why? Who wants to go first?
We know where you're going, so you can go first.
Yeah, so let's go this way.
Yeah. You know, listen.
Just press play on the recorder because we know you have a recorder.
I just want to tell y'all something. I just
oh my gosh,
when you're watching greatness, okay? And that's what 1-5 brings you. That light-skinned assassin in Kansas City wearing the white and red, that's what he is. He's a killer. And so what I don't do, I'll tell you what I don't do, I don't bet against him. I just don't.
How much money did he spend on the refs this year?
He ain't spend nothing. Actually, the refs paid him to watch him play. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know.
I heard he's in debt.
Who's in debt?
Him.
From what?
Paying off the refs. All the ref fees.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That contract he got, he not no debt.
No, sorry, Bob. But no, in all seriousness, I'm going to take the Chiefs because one, like I said, I don't bet against Mahomes. Every game, he's come up big. He's come up big when he absolutely needs to. This game, I don't think it's going to be any different. Now, it's going to be tough because I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball very well. That front line of the Philadelphia Eagles is absolutely – they wreak havoc. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, right? They're getting Brandon Graham back. That is a monstrous front line.
The Eagles getting Jalen Carter.
I don't understand.
Like, and Nolan Smith.
And then all of a sudden Zach Bond, who has been one of the best linebackers. Who is Zach Bond? And he comes in.
Zach Bond is tough.
He's fantastic.
Backup linebacker turned into a demon.
And so the Eagles' defense is fantastic. I'm not betting against 15. I'm just not. I'm not betting against 15. And Jalen Hurts is going to have to beat the Chiefs. And here's the thing: if I'm making him beat us, I like our chances. I like our chances because 26 is a problem. He's a problem. He's the best running back in the NFL right now. He's a problem. If you take 26 away, the Chiefs win this game, going away.
I agree.
Is that what y'all do well, though?
No. Absolutely not. No. And so because of that, I think that's what the Bills messed up. They went away from James Cook. They went away from James Cook. They stopped giving it to him. And there was like 2 drives in which he carried them down the field.
Really?
And I think if the Eagles keep giving it to Saquon and keep feeding them, it's going to be a very close game. But if it's a close game, I'm not betting against 15.
What's your counter, though? Like, what's your specific look? Because I think that's exactly what the Eagles are going to do.
They're going to give 26.
But so what do you think you guys are going to try to do to
you got to put in the box? You have to put in the box.
They're not going to.
They're not going to. But
he's going to blitz.
Yep.
He's going to he's always going to keep his 2 safeties high. He's not going to bite at all.
No.
Because at the end of the day, he's going to be able to stop the run, and he's going to be able to play man coverage. He's going to be literally, like you said, up to Jalen Hurts.
Oh, 100%. And I'll tell you what, the X factor in this game, Jalen Watson. Jalen Watson, the corner for the Chiefs. He's the X factor. Because Trent McDuffie, I'm not worried. That's an all-pro guy. Whoever he's guarding, he's going to make it tough. Jalen Watson is that number 2 guy. Can you hold Devontae Smith to under 100 yards?
A.J. Brown.
But
I do think McDuffie might have him.
McDuffie will be on AJ.
Yeah, I'm putting McDuffie on.
He'll travel?
He should. He should. And I mean, the 2 say you have Justin.
They usually don't, though. That's my thing. Like, the Chiefs are not going to go away from what they do for one game. They don't follow.
True.
They don't travel. They go keep the 2 safeties high every game, no matter what. It could be against Derrick Henry.
Not this year.
They go keep the 2 safeties high. You're not going to bomb them. Like, you're literally not. You're going to have to dink and dunk the whole game.
Yeah, but Jalen hasn't been turning over the football.
And that Jalen's
okay. And
Jalen's been playing smart football, and he's been here already, and he knows what to do, and he has Saquon.
Yeah.
But I think my X factor is going to be Jalen Carter. He's insane.
Yeah, he is.
You're gonna have to run against the Eagles. You're gonna literally have to. you can't pass the ball 30, 40 times against the defense. An interception too will come, and that's going to be the X factor. The other X factor, turnovers. Whoever turns the ball over less wins this game.
There it is, right there. Whoever wins.
That's why I can't. That's why I can't really pick. I can't. I'm game time decision with it. I still can't make a solid decision because this is a good matchup between these two teams. It's too much depending on things to happen
in the game.
Like this could be a blowout. Honestly, it could be a blowout either side. It could be a close game. It could be a lot of things. It just depends on the approach.
It does. Who you got?
Fly Eagles fly. I'm tired of
There
this
you go.
shit. I'm tired of this.
There you go.
But did do a little bit of research. I did know that Philly's number 2 rushing, in the league. So I rely on 26.
What's number 1?
Yeah. Number 1 is Baltimore.
Number 1 is in Cancun.
And they didn't.
Hey, fun fact: I drafted Derrick Henry. Literally, I do my draft probably 4 weeks before the season starts. Anything. So I get the first thing I say, Derrick Henry. That was my first pick too, bro. Got laughed at. At. I said, all right.
Won the chip.
All right.
Man.
No, I didn't win the chip, but but I had the most points. But
it'd be like that.
But no, I do believe the rematch. I do believe that it goes the opposite route. My bad, my boy.
No, it's all good. I mean, listen,
what it is.
When they win, I'll expect. Hey, you know what? You're right. I'll be waiting for the call. My fault. You got it. Hey, I should have never bet against 15.
Nah.
I'll be waiting for the call. I'm waiting for the call.
Nah. If 15 gets this, bro,
he's a GOAT.
Nah.
No, he's not.
He is. And I will make that argument.
4.
We'll make that argument when it happens.
4 in a row.
Oh! I think he said number 4 all time.
If he gets 4 in a row, he's GOAT.
Where is he at all time?
Right now,
Top 5.
Don't do that.
He's 3.
Top 5.
Who's 2?
All time.
Jerry.
It's hard to put the best football
Tom's
player,
still
bro.
definitely the
That's
GOAT.
so hard to
Okay.
Tom
When you take positional factor out of it, like positional value,
he still has work to do.
Jerry's still 2.
With the Stickum and all?
I have an argument that LT's better than Jerry.
Jerry was using Stickum for like 6 years. That's the only reason why I'm like, and he admitted to it. I'm like, that's crazy.
I can make an argument that Lawrence Taylor is better all time.
Wait, is that what we're doing?
Jerry was getting 1,000 yards.
That's what they said. He was using the Stickum on his gloves. That's what they said. Jerry was using it.
But okay, first of all, you still got to get open.
Everybody was.
Still got to get open.
You still got to get open.
Everybody was.
Nah, you can't use it
He used
now.
to work, Dion.
I'm not gonna lie.
Can't use it
They
now.
was using it in the back of their neck.
Yeah.
Making
No, he was for sure.
Yeah. Hey,
But
Randy Moss ain't never used no Stickum.
see, because Boston, they was juicing.
Why you go straight to Boston?
First off,
he played in Minnesota. He played in so many other places. He just straight to the Patriots.
Bias.
You knew I was doing the deflate gate. Tom Brady literally said, "I did it. I did it."
He said he could have paid me $20 million.
You know who ain't cheat? He went 15 for
You know who don't care about it because I use the same football that you use. So if I cheat, then you cheated.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
the Cardinals?
That's not true. Each team has their own football.
What about the Cardinals?
They said that it was the same.
After the Deflategate, they changed that.
What about
it was
the
a
Cardinals?
wide, you got to share.
See, there you go. Who's talking about the Cardinals? He bringing up the Cardinals.
I'm just looking at your beanie, bro.
Huh? This is my second.
How you gonna kick a homeless man while they down?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You gotta beat people so bad that they
Cardinals
can about how much
the
is in the
Cardinals got the
football.
Suns.
Nah.
It's an Arizona thing.
It's an
brother.
Arizona
You see,
thing.
The only one that has it figured out is the Diamondbacks. Shout out to the Diamondbacks. They got it figured out.
Arizona is just a front runner state. When y'all winning, hey, where we going to chip?
No, winning. It's top 5.
Losing,
That's
you're
where
nice.
top 5. They're gonna be in the run-ins, but they ain't never gonna win.
I was rooting when
But when they
Goran
losing,
Dragic.
you don't hear nothing.
I was rooting when Goran
That's the
Dragic
problem
was
with the
destined to be the
Suns.
Steve Nash 2.0. I believed it, bruh. I believed it.
And the other part is
And
that
you know how
this is
much
the
you
number
love
one place
Goran
where we're
Dragic.
all
He was a dog.
relocating. So
But
it's
when he was
hard to
young-
find natural Suns
And
fans
I
where
think
everyone's
I think
relocating.
for Phoenix, the city, like a lot of us
the shitty.
Are you from Arizona?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not from Arizona.
Born and raised. I can tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'm born and raised.
I ain't never rooted for another team.
It's a lot of it's 50-50. It's people from here. And it's people
Steelers, Cowboys.
Nah, the craziest thing I
I'm
saw was
like,
the Buffalo Bills fan here.
Yo, have you seen the car?
I
You see
seen
homie at the car?
Yeah.
Take over it.
That was the
Rap
craziest
all his co-car.
Bro, I said, bro, is you really from Buffalo? Yeah, I'm from Buffalo. What you doing out here? I just moved.
Literally, it's a retirement.
Car rap. Oh, I said the Buffalo Bills car rap
That's
is
crazy, bro. Started doing a Target. I said, damn, he bold.
I see them at Fries. I see them tripping, bro.
All right, D'Lo, who you got and why?
I hate to say it because I hate to feed this man's ego over
You got
here.
the Niners?
I've got the Chiefs winning on Sunday, and there's one reason, and there's one reason only
15.
because no, it's not because of 15.
Okay.
You say his name. Stop saying 15. Say his name.
They go his other boo right there. That's his other boo.
Who that is? Oh, Jordan. Oh, that's my guy.
See?
That's my guy. I love Jordan Love.
He just admitted it.
I love Jordan
He
Love.
just admitted it too. It's
Huh?
crazy.
Yeah.
I love Jordan Love, but
we talked about it earlier, and it's on a podcast, and it's clipped somewhere. Jamal said that Detroit's biggest problem was going to be Jared Goff, and come playoff time, guess who was Detroit's biggest problem? It was Jared Goff, and I think the same of Jalen Hurts. I think that push comes to shove, Jalen Hurts will crack under the pressure, and using that logic, I have to go with the Chiefs. Now, if they are up early and Saquon can get the run game going, it's a different story. But if the Eagles are forced to play catch-up ball and they have to pass,
it's over.
It's I can't make the same mistake twice and
That's
say that
that's hard to argue. That definitely is
because the Chiefs are not the Chiefs. The Eagles are the better team. I think we can
All around, yeah.
All around, the Eagles are the better team, but again, quarterback play, and it's going to come down to it. And I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the guy.
This Philly defense. This is a legendary defense.
Like crazy.
Like this defense is crazy, man. They got a front four, then they got a backer. So they got 5 off the rip, stop and run. Then they secondary. Like they're not like
they're rookies too.
Like the Chiefs it's gonna be hard for the Chiefs to move the ball. They can't run. They don't have a run game at all.
Reed Blankenship.
So you're
they
gonna
have
have to
Quinyon Mitchell. They have Cooper DeJean.
But forget the Eagles having to dig a dunk. The Chiefs are literally gonna have to 12, 13, 14 play drives to get. And then my other thing is Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley get a touchdown from 90 yards, 50, 30, 40, 20, wherever you want it. So Saquon is bound to get a touchdown from 40, 50 yards. If you can stop that, I mean, cool, but that's hard to stop. It's hard to stop. And then you're going to be frustrated. I don't see the Chiefs scoring the first drive. Like, I really don't. This Philly defense is not the Philly defense from 2 years ago. Not even close. And I said it when they beat us, the Ravens. Like, they embarrassed us. Like that was Lamar's worst game easily of the season.
Cooper DeJean laid out, boy. Oh, Derrick Henry, boy. Cooper DeJean.
He wasn't looking.
He wasn't looking. I'm not gonna. I ain't never seen brother.
250 dude not looking. Got the ball, turn around, douche.
I ain't never seen a brother get laid out like that.
It was a form tackle. It was.
I'm gonna keep it big. I'm gonna keep it big. A DB.
It was a regular form tackle.
A DB?
It's not often.
Regular form tackle.
He wasn't boy DB. It's not often.
Hey, and lay out Derrick Henry like that.
But they got 2 of them.
My point is that
Reed Blankenship is a dog, dude.
That's what I'm saying. My point is that this is defense we've seen before. A Seattle type of defense, a Baltimore type of defense. This is a stout defense. They're not going for nothing. And so to D'Lo's point when he says pressure, I don't see pressure from Jalen Hurts. It's gonna be like if the Eagles could play their game, it's gonna be there you go, Saquon.
Have the Eagles seen a defense like the Chiefs though?
He ain't got a defense like the Eagles.
I don't think either
has.
I don't think either team has seen.
To me, the difference is that the
that.
Eagles got 2 and the Chiefs got 1. So it's going to wear and tear. But I mean, I will say that that's the one guy who can perform. If you're going to put it on one person, that's the.
But like, I think that Houston's defense is just up there. Am I wrong in saying that?
Defense?
The Texans defense, you don't think that that's up there?
I
No.
thought Buffalo's defense.
Buffalo's
was
defense.
I
nice.
thought
Buffalo.
You think Buffalo's is better than Houston?
Yes.
Ed Oliver
Yes.
and Jordan Phillips
Yes.
fill those gaps. They are two very humongous men.
I don't know. I think I prefer the Texans.
Well,
defense.
No, I gotta look at my son. It's
Hold on, hey. There you go. All right, Philly.
yeah, you know, I got the guys.
See, there you go. Hey, I'm not doing none of this or the Chiefs stuff. Look at
Nah,
this.
you've been doing it all season.
One more thing I want to say: the Chiefs O-line has struggled all year.
They've been really.
They
bad.
locked in last game against the Bills. They've locked in the playoffs actually, but they
Especially
got a
on that
different
right
task
side.
ahead of them. But the Chiefs are smart. They're going to play simple football. They're going to play winning football.
Ball's gonna come out fast.
It's going to be a coaching battle. It's going to be Coach Reed versus Coach Sirianni. Point blank and simple. And when it comes down to that, you got to give it to Coach Reed. But like I said, for me personally, I'm game time decision. We might have to do a last minute pod.
Hey, let me know. I'm with it.
Saturday
Listen.
night pod. I'm gonna give you my answer, but I'm literally game time decision. It's gonna be a good game.
Quick question. I know you said he got to win 4 in a row. Does this move the needle for you?
No.
Okay, move the needle for you.
And there's we can get into it right now.
If he wins,
No,
We can get into it right now.
2 more hours.
I call him the baby goat. You know what I'm saying? It's still one.
He's in a tier.
It's
He's in a
Brady.
tier, but
Oh, he's already
number
in the
two.
tier.
I was saying, I think he separates
Okay.
himself from his peers, but I still don't think he's in Tom's level.
It's Tom's the top notch of the QBs. Patrick's up there, but this just puts him. Not going to say that it's the one below him, but you can argue why I would see. I can see why these youngins would say like Patrick's best.
Is it MJ Braun? Is it MJ Braun? Is that the conversation? Like Patty?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
All I'm saying is from 09 to the time he retired, he didn't make the championship game once. He made the playoffs every year though.
What
Tom
year,
Brady.
how many years has Patrick Mahomes not made the championship game?
He's going on what,
He hasn't.
6 in a row?
Zero, his first year, literally, because he was a rookie.
And he didn't start.
Exactly. So one.
Yeah, he's going.
And he's about to do something Brady's never done.
Yeah, but I left something in the
Hold
comments.
on.
But Brady,
Get into it.
listen to what I just said. From 09 to 21, didn't make 21 championship game except 1 year. Before that, already
He lost
had
to
3
Tennessee.
rings. You already
That 1 year.
you already
lost to
had 3
Tennessee.
championships before that. So
I don't know.
Listen,
I just gonna have to do this and then do it again.
Patrick has to surpass Brady to pass him.
Stop it.
You want to know why?
You call LeBron the GOAT. He doesn't have the same. He has 2 less rings than Jordan.
How many times has Brady beat Mahomes in the playoffs?
Twice.
He's
Twice.
2-0. That's why Brady has to surpass, or Mahomes has to surpass.
It's
Brady.
actual evidence. And Brady
wasn't one in the biggest game of them all?
Yeah, one was in the Super
One
Bowl
was in
and
the
the
Super
other
Bowl,
was in the
yeah.
AFC Championship.
Okay. The AFC Championship when Patrick Mahomes left the field, he was winning. There's nothing else. He was nothing else more he could have done.
We give that to Josh Allen. He doesn't get any.
And how many times has Patrick Mahomes beat Josh Allen? What did he do this
How
year?
can you not see that happening this year?
Make excuses.
Like, hold on,
Excuses.
Hold on, pause. How can you?
Excuses.
Hold on, exactly. How can you not see that exact same thing that happened in 21 happening this year? They're going against an equally, if not better, D line
Yeah,
than that Bucks team.
for sure.
He's going to be running for his life.
But he's not the same player. He's better than he was. He's better now than he was.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, that O-line might be worse.
No, it might be. It might be
21.
But
That's what I'm saying.
but they were still trying to throw the ball deep. They were trying to force it. Now, if it's there, he's gonna throw it. He's not gonna try and force the ball.
You're right. You're right.
Experience.
He
But you
didn't want to do that.
be
last-
able to run the ball, smidge it, and they don't.
They can run the ball a little bit.
They run the
Pacheco
ball
and
12, 13 times a game.
Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt are decent for sure.
Pacheco has been a shell
So
of
I'm
himself.
assuming.
Since he got hurt,
Since
but
he
yeah.
So for you, Mahomes is already better than.
Yes.
No.
No, okay, no.
Can't.
I think Mahomes is
If
better.
he wins on Sunday.
Now,
If he wins on Sunday, he is.
as a quarterback, as the skill of football, Patrick Mahomes is better.
Oh, for
Mhm.
sure.
But we're talking about
That's what
legacy.
we're talking about.
As a winner, Brady got it.
What we talking about?
We're talking about
football
legacy.
player.
It's talent.
If he wins on Sunday, he got it.
Skill. And like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was skilled.
Mahomes up there
More
with
skilled at
A-Rod,
football
with
than
Montana.
Skill-wise, A-Rod would be the GOAT.
yeah.
Not over Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Not even Mahomes.
Not over
Skill-wise,
Mahomes.
I died.
Oh,
He would.
Lamar
I
Jackson.
didn't see A-Rod throw
Now, hear me out.
some
Lamar
passes I ain't
Jackson.
seen Patty throw.
Patrick Mahomes threw a ball parallel to the ground. He
Lamar
is parallel
Jackson
to the ground and threw a ball
is
20
the
yards.
best football player I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
because he dropped it.
Incomplete.
They hit him in between the 8 and the 7.
I can throw
Incompletion.
football with a backflip.
Lamar Jackson is the best football player I've ever seen in my life. Receiver, running back, quarterback. I don't give a fuck.
Damn, I don't know.
Best player I've ever
Barry
seen.
Sanders, Michael
Who?
Vick.
With the ball in his hands, best player I've ever seen.
Okay, with the ball in his hand. Who's Barry?
I'm saying Lamar. I'm saying Lamar in terms of the whole. No, I'm not
Prime
saying
Vic.
throwing. I'm saying
Prime
running.
Vic is
Barry?
tough, man.
He's better than
And
Vic.
Barry.
I don't know if he's better than Barry.
Vic has already
He's
said
definitely
he's
not
better
Barry.
than.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We can pull up stats. We can pull up highlights. We can go. Vic crawled Phil Lamar though.
Yeah.
100%. He crawled.
That's
Lamar
why,
to
like,
run.
I don't know.
But Lamar's
I've
better.
seen
No
Lamar
doubt
do
about
some
it.
shit. I ain't never seen him do a couple things I've seen Mike Vick do.
4,100 yards passing.
Really?
1,000 yards rushing.
Lamar
4,100 yards passing.
When-
1,000 yards rushing. He's going to do it again this next year.
And lose to Mahomes again next year.
Yeah, I was
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. That's
What is Kyler Murray about to do?
Mahomes. I'm
He
a
has a
Patrick Mahomes
Cardinals
fan.
hat on, bro.
That's okay. That's because I live here.
Shout out to Tom Brady.
Baltimore and Arizona are both in Cancun.
Cancun. We're
Yeah, we in the same place.
all of our teams.
Derrick
are-
Henry say,
Devin
Henry for.
Devin Trips with Tom Brady.
Hey, Derrick Henry and Kyler Murray are playing
With that being
golf
said,
right
he was a four. God damn it.
now. Hey,
all of our
Kyler Murray
teams.
and Derrick Henry are playing golf right now. in
Man,
Cancun.
Kyler Murray got 2 years
Sipping
left
on
in the
pina
league.
coladas.
God damn it.
The crazy thing is, I was in Cabo last week, and I definitely seen some football players.
Hey, look,
There you go. You ain't no good, bro.
He's been playing Call of Duty all night.
Hey, that's okay. Him and
He gets paid for that,
him and Lamar play
He's the
together.
only football player I've ever seen make $1 million off playing Call of Duty. I was like, why are so many people watching you play this shit?
Kyler Murray got 2 years left in the league. God damn it.
What?
It's okay.
He's in
That's all right.
phase
Hey,
run.
in the next 2 years, and in the next 2 years, Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson have the same amount of Super Bowls.
D-Lo is taller than Kyler Murray.
3 MVPs. God damn it.
60 yards.
I'm just saying.
60-yard
I'm just-
bomb.
Hey, actually,
Can't do
NFL honors tonight. Lamar Jackson, MVP.
No, he'll get it for sure. I think he'll get it.
Josh
I don't
Allen
wanna
can get it.
Him and Kyler Murray in the
Josh
next 2 years will
Allen
have the
deserves to
same
get
amount
it.
of Super Bowls.
But
Who's going to be a Hall of
Hey,
Famer?
really?
Lamar
Joe
Jackson or
Burrow?
Kyler Murray?
Josh Allen.
Joe Burrow got
Nope.
snaked out of it.
Lamar Jackson already a Hall of
Lamar,
Famer.
for sure. For sure.
So what are we talking about? I want to hit that.
How about 15? How
I
about
want to
15?
hit that.
How about 15?
Huh?
How about 15 to play
Make it out of
KC?
my
No,
bro.
I'm just asking a question.
Listen,
I'm just asking a question.
You are
I'm just asking a
Is
question.
Kyler Murray
You ain't
today?
never been to Chiefs.
Tomorrow?
You've never been to Chiefs game
Hey,
in your life.
Hey, here's my hey,
Never
here's
been
my
to Kansas City.
Hey, here's my
Born and raised in AZ.
I got property in Kansas City.
Avondale.
You
I got property in
You
Kansas
never
City.
been to the airport.
I got property. Hey, I'm just saying. I got property in Kansas
You
City.
never been to the airport. What, you ain't bought it yet.
Huh?
You ain't bought it
Born
yet.
by yet.
You just
Fully.
fully.
I'm just saying. Hey, if I were to go build a house next to Patrick Mahomes, I could go build a house.
Something on eBay
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro,
He
says
said he
son
got
slow.
property. It's a freaking pencil shop on there that you
Wait, he
work
said
at.
he got property in Kansas City. He made Kansas City Monopoly. He ain't
Patrick Mahomes. Hey, guess I'm having Mahomes over for dinner. It's okay. I'm bringing him and the fam. Him and the fam.
Pause.
You're right. You're right.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, we got that though.
clip that one. That's
I know, hey, that's okay. Keep it clip. So when I'm gonna send it to him too.
What's Patty's wife's name? She's upset.
Jamal.
Hey,
Brittany.
Yeah.
Shout out Jamal. Brittany. Shout out Brittany.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. After Sunday, Patrick Mahomes will be the GOAT.
Eagles and 4.
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts.
We're
Come
gonna
back
get
to
into
the
it.
Sailors.
We're gonna get into
Oh,
it.
and I can't wait. I can't. Hey, on a real note, bro. All four of y'all, I can't appreciate y'all enough, bro. I cannot thank y'all enough for coming through for the trade deadline. This has been fun. We got to do this again, bro. We got to do this like once a month or something like that. Bro. This is fun.
Do it.
This is fun.
Why?
Oh, hey, for y'all, obviously y'all can't see the
Oh, look at
TV.
that Hall of Fame list, though. Damn.
Obviously, y'all can't see the TV. They were just showing
Antonio
Eli
Gates is
Manning.
barely getting called up, bro.
He
Wow. Reggie Wayne? What?
You know the sad part? I watched all these players play.
What?
Every
Single one.
Ravens, boy.
I watched all these players play. I'm getting old, bro.
Oh, what the?
Hey, we gotta close it out. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate these boys like crazy. Appreciate y'all for watching. It's gonna be up obviously for however long. But appreciate y'all for watching. We'll be back this week. We'll be back Monday after my homeboy wins his 4th Super Bowl.
We'll see.
And hey, I'm just saying. But
Can I change my pick? Can I change it last second?
no,
Slap fly, you gonna fly.